Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind? Hey,
Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me.
What's your topic, sir? You ready to go, Jen? You was cutting up on that one, girl.
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you
Linda,
thinking.
go.
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind? Hey.
You know you love me. Gatekeepers, it's Friday night and you already know what time it is. You know what that means. It's time for the Friday night fish fry and family feud right here on the So What You Think channel. Are y'all ready to argue? Are y'all ready to argue? Now listen, this week on Beyond the Gates, maybe when it was a lot of fireworks, it wasn't happening every day, but it happened. Oh, there is plenty to debate, plenty to question, plenty to argue about. And tonight we're gonna do exactly that. Because that's what we do over here. We break it down, we flip it around, and then we ask the ultimate questions about what you think, okay? Now let's talk business for a second. Y'all know how this works. In order for us to open up that live panel tonight, we need 5 sponsors. That can be a super sticker, super chat, new membership, gift membership. Doesn't matter. We already had a couple people step up. We thank you already in advance for that. But we need a total of 5 to unlock that open panel and get that good energy flowing. If you enjoy the open panel, if you enjoy the debate, if you enjoy the passion, that's how we make it happen. And speaking of appreciation, let's show some love for our moderators. Go ahead and put some hearts in the chat right now for our moderators. Let me do that on my other device. Hearts, put some hearts in the chat for the moderators because we want to thank them for everything that they do. On Friday night, y'all have them over here falling asleep. They just be tired. Put some hearts in the chat now for the moderators. Y'all acting like it's going to cost y'all 10 cents to do that now. Put them hearts up there. What is the matter? That's Friday. Don't come in here starting already. Put some hearts in the chat now. Let me see them hearts flowing. And I don't see none. Okay, there's one sorry one right there. I just saw one little sorry heart float up to the top. I'm not moving till I see them hearts flowing. That's the way, I like it, that's the way, I like it. When you need me, dun, 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 dun. I ain't talking about the goals right now. I said put some hearts in the chat. Okay, I saw one other one flow. I don't know about y'all sometimes. What is with my crowd sometimes? What is with y'all? These people giving and giving and giving. Y'all can't even give some hearts in the chat. Do y'all want my sweet side or you want the other side? What you want? Because I got 2. I got 2 buttons like everybody else. Y'all want it tonight? Is this what we doing? Okay, thank you. Lord. Now, I do hope y'all just be, my God. My Lord. All right. Everybody, the moderators help keep everything in order and they protect the vibe over here. They make sure that we can argue and still keep it respectful. And we appreciate you more than you know. And to everyone in the chat, whether you're typing or just quietly back there, we see you. We appreciate everybody for everything that they do over here. And to our replay gang, because y'all know, we know that you're coming in later. We appreciate you too. So go ahead and drop your comments. And when you watch it back, I read the comments and I respond to the comments when I get time. So, all right, now get your plates ready. Don't y'all do too much. Let me see what y'all brought down here to the fish fry, because I know some of y'all like to come in here, don't bring nothing, just want to take a plate home. Don't never bring nothing, but want to take a plate home. It's all right. I mean, we're gonna still let you eat. We're gonna still let you eat. But you be steady being here taking out 4 and 5 plates. You know how you people of color do when y'all come to stuff. Y'all always want to take a go home plate. I ain't seen you bring a thing up in here, but want to take a go home plate. You ever see that? Yeah, they be the ones with the biggest plates, do they not? All right, y'all. Let's get your opinions ready and let's get into this Friday night fish fry. Somebody drop that fish in the grease back there. We's ready. We's ready. First of all, let me take a look and see who's down here. Wait, before we type in the comments, let me show you guys something that somebody asked me. How do you hype the video? Okay, so this is how you hype the video. Look at the screen. Let me take these comments down. Hold on. Oh, I can't take the comments down. Darn, it won't let me do it right now. Let me go to comments. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of that and let me play this again. Okay, so look at the screen. We show you how to hype the video, right? Let me let it finish cycling through, then I'll play it again. Okay, so it's right where the comments are, but you have to swipe that whole bar there. Swipe it, and then when you swipe it, it's gonna say hype this video, and then you press hype. And it will allow you to hype. I think you can hype something 3 times in a 5-day period or something like that. I don't know if it will let you hype the same video, so you can go hype another video. So especially the interview that we did with Keith, go over there and hype that video, because it's a new thing that YouTube is doing. Just another. I ain't about to say nothing, but I'm just saying, please do that. Please do that. There's a lot of things happening. We keep on telling y'all over here on you know. We keep on trying to tell you now. Things are happening that I don't want to be talking about over here, because this thing read every single thing. This system reads every single thing you say. I'm trying to, all I can do is ask you to do what I'm asking you to do. Hype the video. Let's look at that one more time. You see what a comment bar is? That comment bar has those dots. You're going to swipe that whole bar to the left, and then it's going to say hype this video. Now, the first time it may say like hype it, and then you have to swipe it again, and then it will let you hype it. Okay. And then you just press the hype button. That's all. All right. So KB Mommy says it's 3 times a week that will let you hype something. But I think you can only hype a certain video 1 time. Okay. All right. We appreciate you for that. So, okay, with that, let's see who's down here typing in these comments.
Who's that typing in the comments?
Well, I'll tell you who's typing in the comments. Let me just scroll up here and see. Let me hide this. Let's put that. I think I can put the comments back on the screen now, right? I believe so. All right, here we go. I'm not at the top yet. Okay, wait. Okay, where am I? Okay, Miss Lil was in here first, I believe, and it says, good evening, Miss Jan, gatekeepers, and the mods. Hey, Miss Lil. Ishante, gave us a $9.99 super sticker and says, good evening, Miss. That might have been the biggest one I ever gotten. Thank you very much, Ishante. I'm not sure, but I think it may be. Thank you very much. I'm talking about super stickers now. Good evening, Miss Jan. I will not be able to join the live. This is a thank you, and I hope I get to hear the replay with the classy discussion. Doggone. Now, I like the way you spell that, because I'm always trying to figure out the best way to say doggone. We like to argue. Okay, I like the way they wrote that. Argon. And thank you very much for being one of our sponsors tonight. So that's one. Miss Belinda Hill says, hello, Miss Jen, Tony, Lynn, Elaine, T, Gatekeepers, Mod Squad. Happy Fish Fry Friday. Y'all, of course, I hit the like button on my way in, and you should too. I hope Tony Lynn is doing all right. Terry Anthony has also stepped up to be one of our sponsors for tonight with a $5 super sticker. We thank you for that. And also gifted a So What You Think membership. Let me see who got that. Let me see if I can find that in the chat right quick, because it doesn't show it to me on StreamYard. So hold on, let me see if I can find that. Okay, Jasmine Williams received the gift membership from Terry Anthony. So congratulations, Jasmine Williams, for becoming the recipient of that gift membership. And you have Terry Anthony to thank for that. Let me see. And thank you, Terry Anthony, for both of those. So that's what? 1, 2, 3. So that's 3. All right. And Linda says, greetings, gatekeepers, peepers, hedge hoppers, and bushwatchers. And Bilo Didi says, hey, gatekeepers, Miss Jan and Maz. Hey, Bilo Didi. And let's see what else we got. Bilo Didi is also a sponsor for tonight. And she says it's for the Friday night fish fry. Thank God it's Friday night fish fry. Thank you for that. So that's 4, right? All right. And so smash that like button, Linda says. KB Mommy says, thank you for your support. KB, if you had something you said to him before, I ain't seen it. So maybe that was the first thing you wrote. I don't know. Thank you for Ishante. Okay. Thank you for that. And then KB Mommy says, greetings. And so what you think, my Mod Squad sisters, Linda, Bilo Didi, Destiny, Tony Lynn, her sister officer, Belinda Hill, and her boo, Elaine T, and her good friend, Bailiff Raven Maniac. Myrtle Tenster says hello and hello, gatekeepers. Hey, Miss Tenster. How are you? Let's see. Linda says, be sure to hit the like button. Lulu's in the house. Hey, Lulu. And she says, hey, BTG gatekeepers. Hey, girl. Let's see who else we got in here. Already received 4 towards our goal. All right. I appreciate that. We're almost there. So we won't have to worry about it when we get to the end. Belinda Hill said, y'all get you a plate of this fried salmon patties, mashed potatoes, fried shrimp, and collard greens, and get a mason jar of girl, not the red Kool-Aid. You got the good Kool-Aid. Don't tell me it's no red Kool-Aid with a little bit of lemonade Kool-Aid put in there. That's what you're saying. You got a little bit of lemonade put in there too. And get some of the homemade pineapple upside down cake for dessert. Ooh, wee, child, pass the plates. Why don't you? Belinda and KB Mommy put some hearts down in the chat. Let's see. Gatekeepers and viewers watching, remember to hit the like button on your way in. Miss Belinda Hill, the officer of the like button, says, and Raven Maniac says, hello, fellow gatekeepers, Miss Jan and Mod Squad. I'm over here patiently and poignantly pondering the events of the week. As I take my seat, I will try to be discreet as I sip on my BTG's tea. All right, thank you for that. Let's see what else we got. Who else is in here? We're almost at the bottom, I think. All right. Peggy says, hi, everyone. It's Friday, Miss Jen and the mods. And to everyone, she says hello. Linda says, greetings to all of those tuned in to the trees, hiding in the hedges and waiting in the weeds. We just saying hi. Miss Jen, yes, there is lemon in the girl. Well, then you made the good Kool-Aid. Okay. All right, you guys. So that puts us at, now let me go back up here and see if I can break my comments down to, let me take this down and see where that change it. Man, every day they got to go changing some stuff on here. Okay, so I think that's a total of 4, so we just need one more sponsor, and then we open up the thing for tonight. So you all pay attention for that for me and let me know if it happens, because right now they're not letting me split my comments into the 2 different categories that I'm usually able to split it into, if you will. So let me take this down. Maybe that will bring it back. I don't know. So we'll see. I'll see if that resurrects it for me or not. All right, you guys, with that, we're going to... Gatekeepers, it's time for our daily dose of Beyond the Gates Unlocked. Now, I ain't tell that thing to play. That thing just might hit it just a little bit. Here it comes starting up stuff I ain't even told to stop. All right, but anyway, we're going to get into it so we can spend our time on the panel. If we make it there, we'll want to wait. Oh, wait. So Elaine gave one yesterday for today. So you did make it for today. Am I right, you guys? Let me know. Mods, if I'm right. I think that's right. Because Elaine gave one for yesterday. I'm sorry. Elaine gave one yesterday for today. So count them up for me, guys, and make sure that that's 5, because I think that would be 5. Yes, that does count. I almost forgot about that. And don't y'all let me forget to call Elaine's name out for these for this sponsorship. All right, you guys, let's get to it. Let me tell you guys what happened today. Wait, I uploaded a couple things today. Let me make sure I'm not skipping nothing. I uploaded that. Okay. All right, let's get to it. So Nicole and Ted talk at the hospital, and he asks about her mother. And at first, Nicole gonna jump smart with him, and then he was like, Okay. She was like, it ain't like you got an inside track no more. And he was like, okay, I hear you, but I was enough of an inside track when y'all needed me to come down there and get that IV drip though, right? So you know what? Way to stand up for yourself though, Ted, because usually this is the kind of mess they pull with Bill. And so at least Ted is kind of like, don't try that with me. Don't try that with me. Because I told y'all these Duprees will use you now, baby, when they need you and discard you when they don't. You saw that happen again, what I said that they do. Somebody was arguing with me saying that they didn't, and I said that they do. We don't need you now. So, yeah, but Bill did this, Bill did that. Okay, I tell you what, stop calling on people then. Because I'm telling you, I'm not messing with you if I ain't messing with you. I don't care what you got, I need. Somebody else could do it. Y'all at a whole hospital. He the only person you know can come bring an IV drip. Carlton could have got the IV drip, right? Since you dating him and run around with him. Child, stop playing. Anyway, she finally calms down and she apologizes. She's like, I'm sorry, shouldn't be acting like that. And he was like, no problem. So then she was like, wait a minute, I do want to talk to you about something. He was like, what's up? So she said, well, it's the anniversary of Laura's accident. He said, and Kat is having the biggest issue. And she was like, yep, like I said yesterday. Y'all gonna learn to listen to me. I told y'all this what I said yesterday. Kat got a bigger problem than everybody else got it with, but whatever. But now down at Orphy Jeans, picking up from where we was there yesterday, they had them rerun them lines again that they had said to each other, giving it to each other back and forth, Leslie and Kat, who thought she had done 8. Girl, you didn't 8 though. Leslie ate today though. Leslie let you have it today now. Because this what you need, Catherine. Catherine, this what you be needing, Catherine. So anyway, they having it out down there to the Orphy Jeans, right? So then Leslie said, I heard your mama, Naughty Nikki, been running around getting it in with 2 doctors, nonetheless. And then Eva was like, please, let's not do this today. But Eva, I'm sorry it's happening, baby. You may as well, you and this very color, you and this Joseph's amazing Technicolor color may as well step back, girl. You and Joseph's amazing Technicolor color may as well step back, baby, because it's going down. It's going down. Girl, all these colors and designs you got on, I ain't gonna lie today, you look like a whole Bible drama. I ain't about to lie. Just like something King David and them would have had on. I ain't playing. I'm just saying it might have been cute, or maybe it was cute on the screen, but girl, I'm just saying this is giving biblical. All you need is some sandals and a crown on your head. I'm about to tell you, you could do it. You could do it. You could do it. But anyway, so they gets ready to read each other down. Then Kat gonna say, mention my mama one more time, either one of you, and see what happens. Pause. Hold on just a second. Let me just say this right here. Let's just pump a break. Eva ain't said nothing to you. So what you mean, either one of y'all? Because see, this girl has blind vision when she gets to talking. You can't just stick with where you at talking to Leslie. Leslie the one over here bad mouthing your mama. Eva ain't said a word. Either one of y'all say nothing about my mama and see what happened. Girl, what's gonna happen? Oh now we shouldn't talk about people's mamas. I'm sorry, have you not been talking about Eva mama like a dog to her face for the last 2 times you had something to say to her? Am I wrong? Did I mention that? But now we shouldn't be talking about people's mamas. But now that somebody done said something about your mama, now you got something to say. That's a problem. Now everybody should suffer consequences and cornbread because somebody done mentioned Nicole name up in here when you done talked about this girl mama like a dog. Even though her mama is a lowdown, but I'm just saying you don't talk about nobody mama. But see, now you feel it now that somebody's saying something about yours. So I'm kind of glad Leslie said something about your mama because somebody need to say something about your mama so you can stop talking about other people's mama. That's how I feel. But anyway, Kat and I said Eva had not said nothing about this girl mama, but she's like, ain't neither one of y'all been not saying about my mama neither. And I'm like, girl, please. And then you know what? Did y'all see how Leslie slid up in there and slid slid Eva out the way so she could finish up what she had to say? Did y'all see that? Okay, so hold on one second. Okay. So anyway, I was saying we have a tendency to marry things together when it comes to Eva and Leslie. Leslie the one talking, but Eva the one getting attacked for what her mama said up and running her mouth talking about. Eva said, "Well, y'all just Eva was sick." I would, see who wants to be in the middle of somebody else's mess, especially when you gonna blame me harder than you blaming the person running their mouth. Okay, so Leslie don't stop though. She said, "I'm glad to hear your mama doing her thing. I was gonna offer her one of my wigs. But it sounds like she prefers to wear as little as possible when she's on the prowl." Oh, hold on, moving my mic. She said, "It seems that your mother likes to wear as little as possible when she's on the prowl." And then Eva interjects that she's like, she didn't mean that. But Leslie kept right on talking. She was like, "No, I'm glad. I'm glad she letting her freak flag fly. Had she done it sooner, maybe Teddy wouldn't have come to me crawling and begging to play with a new pussycat." Y'all know what? When she said that, when she had jumped up and said that, I was like, now Leslie, you know you wrong as rain at a picnic on a Tuesday, girl. Mm, 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 mm. That's all I can say. The girl, now it was low down. Now Leslie, what you said was low down. But I think Leslie had done heard. About all that mess you had said about her, because who ain't gonna tell their mama what somebody said? Because I know I am. So it seems to me like even went around and told her mama what you had said about her mama about to let you get that work. She was like, "Yeah, girl, I heard your mama. She don't like wigs like I be doing. Your mama, she like to put on that freaky stuff, girl, and get out here in the street. And if your mama had did that a little sooner, maybe your daddy wouldn't came running over to me." And then Eva was screaming, "Mama, enough!" Leslie says, "Oh no, I'm just warming up." And then that's when she pushed Eva to the side. I was like, "You know what? And you need to, girl. Let her cook. Do, 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 do. Let her cook. Do, 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 do. Let her cook." I was like, "Let her cook." Cat, you had this coming. Because you got to learn how to stop talking about people mama. You supposed to talk about people mama behind people back, not to people's faces. But anyway, this was cat face. When she got through the cat. You couldn't really say nothing, baby. The cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. You thought it was a goner, but the cat came back. Girl, she told you up. Round one, ding, 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 goes to Leslie. Leslie told you up this whole thing because you had it coming. But anyway, Naomi was down to the country club to meet someone, and they was late. And so Smitty was in there. So when she walked into the room, she saw him with this lady. And immediately, as soon as I heard this lady's voice, I was like, I know that lady. I recognize her. Okay, so first of all, she was the mother on Moesha to Moesha's brother. But I know her from something else. But she does a lot of voiceover work. She's a director. This lady does a lot of different things, right? But her voice is so distinct. And I cannot remember what movie I know her from. And I know she was dressed up, had on something fitted. I just cannot recall what it is she was in. And that's driving me crazy. I'm going to figure it out, though. But anyway, Naomi comes in and meets the lady and introduces her, and she's one of Martin's old friends. She's Dr. Monica McCormick, one of the top oncologists. Her real name is Iona Morris Jackson. That's this actress's name. Iona Morris Jackson. I had pulled her picture, but I forgot to put it up. I forgot to upload it. But anyway, I'm I'm thinking, why this lady? Well, how by chance is Smitty just meeting with a top oncologist right when Naomi should need to be friends with one? You didn't see the woman? Here she is. What is it? Do you know something, Smitty? Is all of your nosiness paying off? Because just by chance, you bring a top oncologist in here. And then he gets a phone call conveniently and has to leave the table. Then the lady Naomi started talking about how she got into what she was doing, and she was moved by Anita's going on there and doing that interview. Yeah, Greg Morrison is her daddy, the one from what was that show he was on? And her brother is the other Morrison. I mean, there's another her brother's famous too. Her brother's famous too. Her name is Iona, Aiona Morris Jackson. Her brother's famous too. He's a Morris too. But Greg Morris is her dad, who was on one of those shows like not I Spy. What's that show he was on? Mission Impossible. Thank you, Bilo Didi. The black guy on Mission Impossible. That's her dad. But her brother is also famous. He's a Morris as well. Okay. But anyway, so they sit down and they start talking, but this sound like a setup. Did it seem like a setup? This seemed like a setup to me. She needed it though. Now Ted and Nicole sit and they talk. I thought Shanice was going to be in this scene, but I'm glad she wasn't, because Shanice ain't the jealous type. Let's not paint her to be that, please. Okay, so they sit and they talk about Kat and her vendetta and not letting go of things, and how she never does let go of anything. Now, that's what her mama said. Now, that's what her mama had said. Her mama said, Kat don't never let go of nothing. Just like Leslie. I ain't had to tell y'all in a while that this going to turn out to be Leslie Child, because I don't know how y'all can't see they just alike. Got the same compulsive problem. And do. But anyway, they said that the mom says, Kat she holds a grudge and she never can let go of anything. So the mom says she thinks that Kat's grudge is about what happened to Laura and to her own family, to Kat's family, to the family. And she's like, Laura looks strong, but a person who tried to unalive her never did pay for it. And while all of us have made peace with it, Kat has not. And Ted fears that all of her insecurities or hurts are being lashed out or thrown at that Leslie and Eva are like a lightning rod for her, and that's the reason why they kind of get all of the backlash from her with all of her insecurities and hurts, because she just blames them for everything. Her brother is. I have to wait for this to pass by this heart down here because I can't read it until my chat goes up. But anyway, Phil Morris, yeah. Her brother's Phil Morris. So there's 3 people famous in her family. Go ahead, y'all. But anyway, he says that Nicole says some of it is misplaced, though. So they understand part of it, but some of it is misplaced. But Kat is going through a rough time right now, with Anita having had cancer. Chelsea was talking about moving to Amsterdam, and the business blew up faster than she expected. And now both her parents are in new relationships. So Nicole is said that they can talk she's glad that they can talk like this now. He was like, yeah, because I know you want to hurl something at me before. And she's like, nah, we'll always be friends because we are a team for the kids. And even Leslie won't change that. Well, that's good to hear, girl. Because speaking of Leslie, Kat don't want her mama talked about. Girl, I know how you feel. We all know how you feel. When I was screaming this a week, 2 ago, everybody thought I was, she got a right to say, no, you don't want your mama talked about. I done told you that. And just because your mama a good person don't make it different. Nobody wants their mama talked about. It ain't a black person alive don't know that your mama is fighting words. And your mama could not be worth a doggone them fighting words. We got to get it now. That's what it means. That's what you want. That's what you're calling for. So she was like, don't say nothing about my mama. She says, because I know why you do it, Leslie. That's anybody knows that it's performative and it's deflection. If you look in a book about it, it'll tell you on page 1 that this is how you do it, is by doing what you do, by all these theatrics and whatnot. Eva is rolling her eyes and listening to both of them. Because she know that this gonna be her fault too. The girl ain't said nothing, but this gonna be her fault. So Kat tells Leslie, you push my buttons and I go off, and then people forget that you're a homicidal maniac. I was like, ooh. So then Leslie reminds her that the cops took a close look at me and charged me with nothing. And Kat said, that's because your hood rat helper disposed of evidence. See, you got hard, Kat, to stand here talking about somebody's daughter. This girl ain't said nothing to you today. You started talking about people. See, y'all nice back here behind the gate. And I ain't no fighter, but don't push me. Don't push me. She said, you and your hood rat helper disposed of evidence before they could find it. I told y'all, Kat gonna be the one mess up this case, right? Because she running her mouth too much now. So anyway, she says, so Eva tries to stop them again and says, look, this is pointless. But Kat continues, I can't wait till the day karma drags you by your wig of the day and gives you what you deserve. And then she walks off in them big clunky shoes she had on. I don't know if y'all saw that, but she almost barely didn't make it to that door with them shoes on. That was a long way for her to walk in them shoes. Them shoes too big for her. Whose shoes was these? Whose shoes? Y'all should have put something in the toe of these shoes or something, because that poor baby never walked out them big old clunky shoes. Poor thing. And you know she ain't that big. Shoes were too heavy for that baby. On the way out, she runs into Isaiah and she said, I done warned you about them people. And when it blow up in your face, don't come crying to me. Well, girl, why would he come crying to you? Because he don't even really know you. You was trying to flirt with him at first. So what he gonna run to you for, girl? Huh? You gonna dump Tomas and then this who you gonna want? Probably so. Probably so. That's just what I'm thinking, girl. Probably so. She was like, you watch. Everything you think about gonna fail until you do right by me. She gonna tell Isaiah that on his way out the door. Girl, you and them clunky shoes, you know what? Them shoes was like Minnie Mouse shoes. Them little legs and them big old shoes. Them shoes too big for that baby. Them Minnie Mouse shoes they had on this baby today wasn't right that they had them Minnie Mouse shoes on this baby. This baby that shouldn't have had them clunky shoes on. That ain't for her. Now, when she leaves, Eva just looks at her mama like, you always starting some mess. Always. Eva was just disgusted today. But she's still going to get blamed for everything that her mama sat up here and did. By Kat and by a lot of y'all.
Still, Eva was the one that was standing up while her mama was standing up there. And still, Eva said stop, but Eva didn't really mean that.
I already know. I'm ready to argue tonight. Y'all come on up here and argue. We need one more. No, we don't. We made it. Okay. Anyway, I'm ready to argue tonight. Y'all can bring it tonight. You can bring it tonight. Now, Nessa Nicole done met up at the coffee spot, and she's hoping that she took her advice and ditched the hurt and shame and started dating everything that wasn't nailed down. You know, be like me. You's a fool, Nicole, but girl, you better be glad you passed the can have a baby age, because you might mess around, get knocked up, following around Nessa. She's like, well, I am enjoying being free, that I can tell you. And I'm enjoying writing my own story. And it's not Carlton writing it. It's not Robert Rollins writing it. But there's a plot twist that I didn't see coming. And she's like, girl, what? I was like, yeah, girl, what? Now, Isaiah asked, what was all that about when he came and sat down? And they was like, you don't ask. And he says, well, one thing I can say about y'all not boring. And then, of course, Leslie was bragging, we're not. We're excited. And then she jumped up from the table and started talking. He was looking like, Eva was looking like, Mama, please sit down. Eva just was embarrassed all day today. I don't know if I could deal with all this. Y'all think, I couldn't deal with all this. I might would have went on got her locked up just so I wouldn't have to deal with her no more. This girl can't do nothing without you and embarrassing her. But anyway, and right in front of her new boyfriend. That's the sad part about it. Excuse me. Y'all think she trying to run him off? Because I'm not sure. Now, Kat meets Chelsea at Uptown, venting about Leslie and Eva, because you know that's all she talk about is Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. And Eva, 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 right? And Chelsea again wishes that she would not obsess on them, like your mama Leslie do. I'm sorry, Dick Lenz or whoever that is. Said, don't hear, I can't help it. A hiccup come when you can't help it. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Okay, but anyway, listen. So, Kat meets up with Chelsea at Uptown, right? And so she's like, stop obsessing. But she's got an obsessive. Her real mama is this way. I cannot listen. Let me tell y'all something. I know who it is now. I know. I just realized it's you. Listen, I don't care what y'all say. Everybody like to be right. And when it finally happens that I am correct, that I told y'all that this is Leslie's child, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it till y'all tired of hearing about it. I am. Because I like to be right. Not that you're wrong, but just because I knew that my spidey senses were correct. And so that will be that. Y'all just get ready to eat that crow when it happens, because I know it's going to happen. Now, it may not happen this year, but 2027, around that time, we're going to find out that I was right. Okay. But anyway, Kat gets irritated with her cousin because she didn't want to talk about Marsha, right? So then Chelsea tries to change the subject, and she's like, why are you trying to change? So she was like, let me talk about my wedding. I found a venue, and she was like, I don't feel like looking in no venue. I'm not in the mood for that. Since you don't want to talk about what I want to talk about. I was like, child, how big of a child are you going to be? I mean, lad. So anyway, she goes, okay, we can talk about something else. What do you want to talk about? Because Kat needs to bring the focus back to Kat, right? So she moves on. And then she starts talking about how I'm moving. And she was like, you moving? She was like, yeah, I'm moving. No warning, no lead in, just a blatant announcement. Okay, well, long as Kat is happy, right? Right? Now, the doctor and Naomi keep talking, and she says that she knew when she wanted to be a doctor. They just filling in space here. And then she was telling her how she always wanted to be a doctor. Naomi said, I always wanted to be a lawyer. And then the doctor conveniently starts talking about cancer and the ripple effect it can have, and how she was always happy to see people have somebody to be there with them. And that's what kind of led her to want to get into oncology. Because she said, when you're going to school, you have to cover all these different areas of medicine so that you kind of know where you want to go. And I knew after watching these people have somebody to support them and blah, 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 that I wanted to be involved in something like that, to be life-changing for people, especially to be there to help people celebrate their successes with going through cancer treatment. This is mighty convenient, Smitty. We know you set this stuff up. We know you did. She needed it. But somebody been talking down to that hospital. Now we got to figure out who is violating the HIPAA laws. Now Nicole tells Vanessa that she asked Carlton out and he already has seen the play. She was like, and I couldn't help but wonder who he had seen the play with. Like, who? And she was like, well, who do you want? She was like, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really know what I want to do yet. I'm like, child, you better stop listening to Nessa. You better stop listening to this fool. So Eva wants her mama to tone down. She do too much. And she being inappropriate in front of Iz. She oversteps her bounds talking about Iz's problems with his family. But then she quickly, let me tell y'all something. First of all, was it me or was Iz looking like, all right, lady, tread light now? Because I'm telling y'all, somebody is dark and secretive. We gonna figure it out though, Iz. We got our good eye on you, brother. Don't you worry about it. So anyway, I think Leslie picks up on either Eva's vibe, which was like, you need to stop. Because Leslie was doing the most all day today. Okay, it was all eyes on Leslie today. Okay. So then she changed it. So she's like, "But don't you worry, you're with us now. We're gonna you got a better life going now. Things are going good." And so she tells him to treat Eva well, and that because she's special, she was low key trying to threaten you, is because I'm trying to tell you now. Leslie is that crazy mama that will come for you, brother. She will, she will. So anyway, she was like, "You just make sure you take good care of my daughter." And then Eva was like, "Would you just stop?" And then thank goodness she got up and left, but not before Eva had to give her another one of these faces. Baby, today Eva was giving all the faces today. She was sick of her mama. Her mama was doing too much. She was. She was doing too much. So I would have got up and been like, "Let's go," because I ain't even about to put up with all this. It's too much. So anyway, when she left out, her mama got behind her back, and she before she left, and she started showing like, "If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. If you like," she was doing like that dance, and she was like, "Would you get out of here?" I was like, "Child, your mama do too much." So once she left out, she was like, "I just know my mama's going to run you off," and he said, "That ain't never gonna happen, but I think it is gonna happen inadvertently." Naomi, the doctor, and Smitty all sit there at the table and they have themselves a nice little conversation. I don't know where this frame went. Let me see if I see it. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, we'll just go with this. So Naomi, Smitty, and the doctor are sitting there having a good conversation. I'm sorry, then Naomi had to leave. That's why I did it this way. Okay, so when she leaves, the doctor was like, "Why are you looking over there at her like that?" And he was like, "I'm just worried about her. She's got so much on her shoulders that she's carrying right now." Smitty, you in somebody's business. I could tell. Smitty, you Smittying. I could tell you Smittying right now. Cat is all wound up, and Chelsea has said nothing. Chelsea's like, nothing has changed. Sidebar. Where Chelsea get this Bill Cosby sweater from? I mean, I didn't know people was wearing Coogee still. Them Coogee sweaters. Now, these some expensive sweaters now, but I'm just saying, this look like, dun, 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 Jello pudding. Dun, dun, dun. Y'all know that sweater is given. Is that one of Bill Cosby sweaters, girl? Did that come from the archives? Let us know, girl. Let us know. Anyway, Chelsea said, "Ain't nothing changed, Kat." And Kat was like, "You blindsided me with Copenhagen. You ain't even talked to me about it. You just sprung it on me. And I don't want to be no third wheel." And Chelsea said, "So now you punishing me?" "Yeah, girl, she punishing you, girl, because you know Kat petty like that." And Kat, who got to plan their future and check in with you first, little girl? Will you come go with me to Copenhagen? "I don't know. Let me talk to my cousin and see what my cousin say. Then I tell you what I want to do." I mean, can she not give an answer and then come and tell you about what she may or may not is or is not doing? Do people got to check in with her first? Y'all let me know. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe we all got to check in with our grown selves, the people, to make sure they good with the decisions we making. But I don't know. Because Kat was just aghast. Now, Eva is telling Iz how her mama can be. They sitting there sharing a drink. I first thought they was drinking beers. I'm like, they serve beers? They serving beers at the Uptown? But they were ginger ales. But anyway, so they sitting there and they're drinking at the counter, and he says that he thinks he can hang. He was like, "But we'll see," He's like, "But I think me and you balance each other out." She's like, "Cause my mama crazy." He was like, "Yeah, but see, me and my daddy, we got a strange relationship and everything. So maybe we'll balance each other out, because your mama is over attentive and mine probably not attentive enough. So we'll probably balance each other out." She was like, "Okay, if that's what you think, then we'll go with that. We'll try." Now her mama done took her tail down to her daddy's office. "I need to talk to you, Ted." And he's like, "What do you want now?" And what do Leslie take herself down there and do? Y'all know that's a Coogee sweater. Leslie done took herself, that purse and that briefcase and her coat and her whole business lady look, down here to Ted's office. And then start speaking on the code. I was like, girl, you and your daughter just alike. Y'all just be signifying on people you ought not. You ain't got no business talking about this man's ex-wife to him. But anyway, Ted told her, uh, her lines and digs are getting tired. And so she said, he was like, so get to the point. And if this is about Kat, she interrupts him and she was like, that girl makes my butt itch. She's such a pest. And then he was like, hold on. She says, but still, she said, but I don't care. Leslie told this man, she said, I care more about, she said, I care as much about what Kat and anybody else is thinking as I do about the lint in my pocket. And then he was like, now you need to watch yourself because you're talking about my daughter. So she pivots. And she says she wants to talk about his other daughter because she needs her father. Now, Iz don't want Eva to feel that she has to hide anything with him. You know why people be telling this lie? Why do people be telling, you could tell me anything? Look, I may tell you could tell me anything. But if you tell me the wrong thing, you know I'm finished. See, you can tell it to me, but that don't mean I'm about to deal with it. I'm not. I ain't about to sit up here and deal with just no any old thing. Now, I'm sorry. Now, you tell me you done took somebody out of here. Did you, you hits on women or you steal too much or, depending on what you talking about. And I ain't about to, we can still be friends. So why he sitting up here telling this lie? Because you know good and well. That ain't true for nobody. It's not. Somebody could tell you something you really didn't want to hear. But anyway, he was like, there's no need for secrets between us. We can be honest with each other. And I'm going to be honest with you too. And she said, well, sometime a little mystery be okay. And he says, we can't have no secrets. I mean, are you on here on a mission for your dad and them? I don't know. Why you pushing up on this girl for secrets and whatnot? She got on her Joseph's amazing Technicolor color. And you over here asking questions. So when he said, we can't be holding anything between us if we're going to have something real. So then she flashes back to when her and her mama was talking, right? And Eva said, I need to know if you put that girl in the hospital and then tried to keep her there. And Leslie says, I did it for us because no one would have done it for us. Because she's like, I need to know what I was a part of. I want to say this right. Eva said to her mother, I need to know what I was a part of. I need to know if you put that girl in the hospital and then kept trying to keep her there. Does this not tell you Eva to know what her mama did? Because she had to come and ask her mama, what did you do? What am I a part of? What happened? What happened here? And did you have something to do with that girl? And the mama was like, I did it for us. Because no one would have done it for us. Now, anyway, she snaps back to herself because Iz saw her like daydreaming. He was like, you all right? She was like, oh yeah. Because she knows, babe, I'm going to tell you what she knows. She knows that what her mama did is eventually going to undo her future. What your mama did going to come back and haunt you. Now, Leslie thinks that Eva needs more maternal attention. So she talks about how fine is. This woman just be all over the place. I promise before the Lord she do. She's like, and then you see how fine he is. And Ted was like, come back to the light. Come back to the light. She's like, oh, anyway, what I'm saying is that you need to bond with this boy. I mean, he could be your future son-in-law. And Ted is like, you need to slow down. I know they're not there already. Okay. So, she said, hold on. Need to know bond with his future son-in-law. So he was like, you need to slow down. We're not there yet. And she's like, yeah, but you need to talk to him. So will you promise me that you're going to talk to him? Would you please? Leslie always putting the cart before the horse. This is one thing she's going to do. She's going to put the cart before the horse. All right. So Vanessa asks if she feels Carlton. Wait, let me see that I get the right picture. Let me go here. I think I put one in front of the other one. Okay. Vanessa asks, Nicole if she feels Carlton is pulling back from her. And she says it does kind of feel like that. So then Nessa gonna tell her to remind him why she's a priority. Girl, why are you taking advice from this strumpet? Why? You don't never ask nobody doing too much what to do. Never. You don't ask them what to do. But okay, you keep on talking to her. I mean, it's your friend. Girl, I mean, I guess you trust her. We don't, but I guess you do. So Nessa gotta go. She's still meeting with Kat. Where is that Vanessa. Okay. So Vanessa said that she had to go because she had a meeting with Kat. Because she about to buy a place. And then Nicole said, I didn't know that. That's sidebar. Y'all remember when Haley and them was buying that house, Haley and Bill? And then Vanessa said she couldn't say nothing until the deal was done. What happened to that? What happened to that? Now you can talk, but you didn't say nothing when Bill and Haley was buying the house. Did the rules, did the laws change? I'm just trying to figure it out now, girl. Because I ain't forgot what you said about that's the reason why you didn't say nothing. I couldn't say anything because of, client privileges. I couldn't say anything. But now you talking. Okay. All right. I see y'all got selective tell on people around here. Now, let me see, did I get this ahead? I might have got this ahead. So let's go back to Kat and Chelsea. Okay. Kat resents Chelsea not acting like her life is swerving into a brand new lane. Because her stuff with Tomas went to the left, she said. So she was like, so things are not shaking out right now. So Chelsea realizes that this is hard for Kat to be around her and Madison right now. So Kat was like, I am not jealous of you. But girl, yes, you are. If you was any other person other than her cousin, that's what I would be saying. I would be saying, girl, that girl jealous of you, girl, right? I mean, that's what I would be saying. I don't know what y'all would be saying. That's what I would be saying. But just because it's your cousin don't mean it's not possible for her not to be. I mean, I see it clear as a crystal. I know people say crystal clear, but I see it clear as a crystal. Okay, girl, you need something to do, little girl. You need to grow up and hurry up, please. Whitley Gilbert Jr. So Chelsea asks, was it hard right now to be around them? And Kat blew up and was like, girl, you got some nerve. But girl, I think thou dost protest too much. Because everything she's saying is true. You little selfish little spoiled little brat. Now, Smitty friend leaves. I think that's where this other picture was supposed to come in. Smitty friend leaves. And so Naomi and him chat for a second. He's like, how you doing? And she's like, I'm managing. It's what we Duprees do. Okay, girl. So Eva feels is pushing too much on this let's be real thing. And he don't know if this is coming because he really want to know about her or this is because he's feeling insecurity from something that happened in his past. And he admits, well, in my past relationship, there were things that we didn't talk about that we should have talked about. Had we talked about, we probably wouldn't have ran into the complications that we did, but we did. And I just don't want that to happen again. So but this is what he did say. He said, but I do not want to be blindsided later by the truth. Brother, you may as well get ready to put your sunglasses on because you definitely getting blindsided. That's definitely coming. And the sad part is, it ain't even Eva's secret. It's her mama's secret that she done got tied into. I'm telling you, in the end, that's what's going to happen. So anyway, she gets a phone call from her dad. And he was like, hey, I want to get Iz's number. And she was like, well, I'm sitting right here with him. He was like, okay, give him the phone. So then he tells him, I want to meet up with you this week. And tomorrow. And he was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I could do that. But Iz was looking, Iz looks sneaky to me now. Iz, you sneaky. You sneaky. He's sneaky. And you see, you probably running that plasma ring down there to that school you working at. That might be why you down there as your cover. Y'all watch and see what I did. Now, Nicole is minding her business on the phone, talking to her own child down at her own job. And then here come Leslie behind her, slinked up next to her. And so she says, she's impressed. And she was like, you impressed about what? She said, not a trace of naughty Nikki in sight. Nicole was like, excuse me? Leslie says, your alter ego. You know, most people see you as Wonder Woman, saving the world, but I see Catwoman, all claws and slinky, slinking all through the night in leather and lace. I was like, ooh. Are y'all telling me that Leslie saw Nicole dressed up, or did she just get the gossip? Because I think she did say they get the gossip. She says, everybody thinks that you're a do-gooder, that you're some do-gooder shrink, and you are and here you are, you're a spicy seductress. And I thought that I was the mistress of disguises. Nicole told her, your title is safe. You are still the queen of costume drama. And today you're playing the role of an upstanding citizen. So don't worry, no one's going to believe this act either. You will always be the queen of the deranged. And then Leslie says, I know you know as a psychiatrist, you know better than to joke about mental illness and mental health, right, Nikki? So then she turns around and she says, well, you can take that up with naughty Nikki because she's the one who said it to you, and walked off. I was like, okay then, Nicole. You know, Nicole do know how to give a nice little read. She does, okay? Back to Chelsea and Kat and them, right? So Kat says, Chelsea says to Kat, you do sound guilty and defensive. And Kat says maybe what she wanted was for her to, she says, maybe what I wanted was just to get some space. Hold on, I want to make sure I got this right. Okay, she says, maybe what I wanted was some doggone space. Because every girl with a diamond on her hand just got a diamond on her hand, don't have somebody walking around jealous of them. That's your ego talking. I was like, okay then. So then Vanessa walks up, ready to show her a house, and she snapped at Chelsea again. You know, sidebar. Y'all has said Kat ain't never nasty to nobody but Eva. But let me count it up now. I know I saw her attack Eva just now. Eva ain't said a word to her. I know that I saw her get funky with her mama this week. I know I saw her get funky with Chelsea. You know. Now Leslie, we gonna give this she can go and get funky with, because we don't really care who get funky with Leslie. But I'm just trying to keep count, right? Because y'all keep on saying, you know, that the girl don't be doing nothing. People always blaming her for doing this, that, and the fifth and the third. But child, I grew up in the hood. I know when somebody being nasty. Even when they say it with a bougie tone. I recognize it. Oh, I do. Now, next week, Bill asks Haley if she want to try again for a baby. And Leslie done got Nicole back down there talking crazy to her again, and then Nicole had to remind her, girl, let me tell you something. Don't forget about the last time I had to put my hands upon thy neck, girl. Nikki did it once. Nikki can do it again. And then Danny shows up to the country club with that same purse that she had at Bill and Haley's wedding. And she got her hand down in it again. And she was like, oh my goodness, I forgot all about it. It's y'all anniversary. I got something for you. And then, of course, Eve and her mama gonna have a little more drama. Because we ain't done with that yet either. All right, y'all. All right. That's what happened today. And that's what's supposed to happen next week. Also want to thank Peggy for your super sticker as well. Let me write these. Do I have a piece of paper I can write on over here? Let me see. Okay, let me write the sponsors down again. We got Elaine. We got Peggy. We have Below DD. Okay, let me go up and get the rest. Let's see. Why are y'all getting rid of the... Okay, I got to go back up and scan. Okay, so we got Peggy. Because it's not... okay, give me a second, you guys. I got to go find the sponsors. Wait, did I pass one? No. Okay, let me keep going. Okay, Below Didi, I got that. Oh, Terry Anthony. Terry Anthony. And Terry Anthony gifted a membership to, and Jasmine is the recipient of that, Jasmine Williams. And Ishante also gifted us before we got started, and Missy Lane did hers yesterday. So let me make sure I'm right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that would be 6. Okay. All right. So thank you guys very much for being sponsors. Let me get your graphic up for you. I'm still working on the graphic, but I decided to put up here what I have. So thank you very much for being sponsors tonight. Thank you to, oh man, hold on, you guys. I got to go back through these comments one more time because these super stickers and stuff should have been highlighted, but it's not highlighting them. So I got to do it myself. Give me a second. Okay. Okay. We have that one and that one. I got Below Didi's up there. Okay, so it says 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. So let's say it again. Thank you to Peggy, to Below Didi, to Terry Anthony, and to Ishante. Thank you for being a sponsor tonight for tonight's live panel. Thanks to you, we get to have our fish fry. Okay, the kitchen is now open. All right, you guys. Let me get the link. Let me get ready to put the link out here so you guys will have it. Copy it and put it in the chat. Boom. Paste. There we go. All right, so that should be in the chat, and let me star that one so I don't have to look for it either. Excuse me. Okay, Belinda says, let's do some hearts for the sponsors. Okay, so excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so while we play our opening for Friday night's lines being opened, let's put some, let me put some hearts down here myself. Let me send some hearts up. See the hearts going across the screen. Hearts, celebration and hearts. Okay, that's for the sponsors. And so the lines are now officially open. The lines are now open, and you know you want to gossip, so
share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, tell me what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Hey,
come on up here. You know you want to gossip.
That's why you my best friend.
Y'all should have seen me rushing trying to get through my purse to find some tissue. Because I got a pocketbook like most women have. I got a pocketbook on it. All right. I think I'm going to try to put these comments up there. And I'll put my paper for conversation down here. Some of the subjects. Okay, you guys. The lines are open for those of you who want to come up and talk, and you're welcome to do so. Let me change my clothes. And get it to my fish cooking gear. All right, there we go. And put on my fish fry outfit and put it up here in the chat, okay? Yes, ma'am. I got to change that. I see you, Miss Lil. Hold on. Let me get down here and change my outfit so I can be ready to fry fish and whatnot, okay? All right, Miss Lil, welcome to the stage.
Thank you.
How you doing tonight?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing good, girl.
That's good. I tell you, tonight is kind of a shaky one, but I had to call that cat and that girl back. I was doing okay. I just
Well, they got that part of the show now. Hold on one second. I had to the show now, so when they come up, they just part of the show.
yeah, I guess you're right. But
I tried to get some tea.
I'm so proud of Leslie. I don't like Leslie when usually she's cutting up, but today I could have shaken her hand, and I would have been happy if she had gone one step further and would have just, oh, that girl is too much. But she met her match today. She dog walks Eva, and Eva just takes it and make faces. But baby, when she hit Mama Bear had something for her.
She did. She most certainly did, because when she pushed Eve out the way, like, move, I got this.
Yes,
I was
yes,
like, ooh,
yes,
baby, Leslie about to
yes.
cut up. Leslie about to cut up. That I know for sure. I'm trying to find this doctor's name. That was that lady's name that played that doctor today. I know I said Iona. Yeah, there, I found it. Iona. Yeah. So what you think about the interview? Let's talk about that.
Oh, the interview was absolutely fantastic. I left you a little note down comment telling you that other was well, it was well conducted, and the response from Keith was well. He just seemed like sweet. He just seemed like 50% of the ideal man mixed with a man who had firmer lines in the sand and more testosterone on the level, but not violent, not hooping and hollering,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
just a man that was settling, knowing who he is, and didn't have to hardly raise his voice. If you took those two and put them together, it's almost like you'd have a perfect man. And I wondered about, because he gets so much of slack on. Oh, and another thing too, he knew people did not want him to replace Maurice. I felt kind of bad about that because,
Mhm.
of all, I really have nothing against this man. I just couldn't get accustomed to seeing that big, a big thick slice of chocolate cake moved out of the way because he
Mhm.
kept on playing the role. And that's what it was. I never had nothing against Keith. I just couldn't adjust. I couldn't fit him in that place. But I felt kind of bad because he knew that the audience did not want him playing that role. And that's kind of bad.
Yeah, you can tell he's the kind of person who's sincere and southern,
Yes.
and probably very much a person in touch with his feelings. Not saying that he's soft, but I'm saying you could tell he's probably a person. His feelings get hurt.
Yes.
But the way that he said, "Well, I just went on in there and did my job and concentrated on this," I was a little taken aback with that. But
Yeah.
and I had to admit, we did.
Yeah, and that's true. But mine was not nothing personally against him. I
No.
couldn't adjust to it. It just seemed like he was just out of place. He didn't. It was just not the right fit at that time. And I'm not so sure. I still have gotten to the point where I just see him in that fit. But it's just what it is, and he is a good actor. It's
Yes.
just that physically, Maurice, I think, fit that role. And Maurice had a certain kind of a charm and class about him that I liked a lot.
No,
But
people had complaints about Maurice too. Is it Maurice? Yeah, because remember they used to say he twitched his mouth too much and he moved around too much. They had something to say
yeah,
every
yeah.
time.
You're right. They're going to have something to say. But when I heard Keith, I just kind of thought, like I said, oh, Elaine, he's sweet. But oh my gosh, the way that people dog walk him, he's becoming the new Eva.
Terry Anthony said, "Not a thick piece of chocolate cake. I love it." And we talking about a good country piece of cake, baby. Not this,
Oh,
not this cake they make up north. Country cake just cut thick, don't it?
Oh boy, I'm telling, and even you kept talking about turtleneck Ted. That's
Hmm.
turtleneck Ted. But now I think this one Keith was happy that he's got his own identity with the gold chain.
Hmm. Yeah, I think he's doing a good job at it. Every now and then, I wonder how the other person would have done it, but it's not because of his lack of talent. Period.
No,
Has nothing to do with that. But like he said, I think you all got used to seeing somebody every single day. We are with you every day. Therefore, they do come up
that's
under more
right.
scrutiny for that reason. But I really enjoyed talking to him. I thought he was a very easy person to talk to. He was cool.
And he seems confident.
Hmm.
I was surprised to hear that he had an ex-wife and a child, but that's good to hear. I didn't know that he had been married.
I didn't either.
Mhm.
That was one thing. Well, honestly, I hadn't looked at that, but it was kind of funny after the fact. I'm trying to figure out why on one device I see your picture on StreamYard, but I don't see it on what do you call this on YouTube on the thing I'm looking at over here, but I see it over here in StreamYard. But anyway, um, I just happened to have, I guess because I had been looking up videos, it was showing me other stuff in my algorithm. But I saw a thing when he was doing an interview, and he said he had just got married. So it was doing a movie that him and Essence Atkins had just put out, and she said, he just got married, and he was like, yeah, I just got married. And I was like, oh, okay. So, but I hadn't even seen that, if he was married
And
or
he
no. So
wrote
I
a
was
song, and
surprised
he
when he
wrote
said
his
that.
own song for his
Mm-hmm.
wife.
Let me
I
tell you
thought
something.
that was really
Let me tell you
romantic.
something. Tell you something. I said, don't sing at your wedding. Everybody I know sang at their wedding. It didn't work out. I sung at mine. I should have sat down somewhere, maybe.
Oh
Like, don't
God!
sing at your wedding. Don't do it.
But
Bilo
you
Didi
like to,
says,
I think you like to have somewhat of that control, so I could see you singing at your wedding. If this thing is going to go off, nobody's going to sit here and do my play for me. I'm going to be the main
no, it
act.
wasn't. No, it wasn't that. I was my band played, and then they was like, "You got to come sing." I'm never the person want to sing. Never. I'm
Oh,
never. Don't.
really?
I'd be like, "No, ma'am." I'd be like, "Please let me sit back here." I'd be in the back, be trying to be quiet. Mm-mm. I am never the person like, and then let me get one. I don't like to do that. I don't care about that. I don't. Bilo Didi said Maurice has had the stature. Keith has the acting chop, and he's very handsome. Keith, now don't y'all be acting like Keith don't be up in that gym now.
But
Keith be
Keith
at the gym now.
he's more he's more of a pretty boy, like he's youthful looking, almost like a little pretty boy. Maurice was more like that man that would go out and roar, and I'm gonna go and
Oh
get the lion.
Lord.
Yes.
Miss Leah, what you talking about tonight? Wait a minute, hold on. Daddy, you better come here and get your mom.
Oh,
How you doing tonight, Daddy?
Hello.
How you doing?
Great.
Good. Now, what did you think about the interview with Keith?
It was great.
What'd you like about his interview? What'd you learn? I mean, what you get out of it? Because he did give us just a little bit of tea, a little bit.
Nothing much. I just had fun listening to one of the actors.
Really? Mm. He did. He did. He did. Um. Okay. Here's one thing. He talked about the character of Ted, right, and his thoughts on um Ted and whether or not he had done enough to get Nicole back. Which I said, what was really funny, he almost said word for word what Var had said. I was like, "Oh Lord, Var gonna come in here like, didn't I not tell y'all? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you?" Because I told y'all when I'm finally right about Leslie being Cat's mama, y'all gonna get it for at least 2 weeks.
and um with Leslie, yeah, I could see that. But really, I think with Ted, she did ask him to leave her alone, and I don't
Hmm.
know that people are giving him because if you tell me to leave you alone, I probably wouldn't call you anymore until you called me first. So
I
I
wouldn't either.
Yeah, so I could see that. But I don't see what the women, I think not just the women, maybe I don't know what the people are wanting him to do. They wanting him to push and write poems and go sit and beg and do all of that, but you've committed a sin. You say that you've repented, you've learned from your mistake, you would not go back there again. So it's either at some point you're going to work through it and move on. As he said, they're going their separate ways. But I don't think people are going to give him a card for that. But yet they give Nicole a card. She's completely out of character. She's wearing dresses like 15-year-olds at the bar and gyrating in front of men and carrying on. And now people are saying, well, she's single and she's finding herself. Let's just let her get a hold. You find yourself with going to bed with all these men?
I guess how she finding herself. I don't want to find myself.
Not like
Not
that.
like that.
No, 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 no,
No,
no, no, no. But I
you
think it's just that with Ted, for whatever reason, that the audience had higher expectations of him. Like you said, Var did say that he had
mhm.
he had tried, he put forth an effort.
And he said Ted is a good man. This is the way he said it. Like he was like Ted is a good man. He's an accomplished surgeon. He is a good father. He was a provider. He loved her. And then you know what else he said? That Vi said. I was like, "Whoop!" He said, if Leslie had never showed up, him and Nicole would still be together and happy.
They would,
I was like, "Whoop!"
they
Vi
would.
said too, because we told Vi up for that.
Feels that is too dangerous. They would have. Nicole just thought she was in heaven. You remember she said when she went for a yearly checkup, she never even worried about when they asked her about safe sex because she knew that she was in this
Smacks,
relationship.
smacks.
Oh, can't say that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, I'm sorry, I
Uh-huh.
missed that one.
Uh-huh.
But she knew she was in a relationship, I guess, where she was safe, and she didn't even worry about that. So yes, Var is exactly right. She would have been with him for life. Now, which the danger part is that if there is a secret, it's always a chance of it coming to the surface. Like you just said tonight, whenever Leslie is busted, Eva will be caught up in that. Remember, she got that helmet, so she'll be caught up in that, and it's going to blow everything wide open. It's going to leave a big stain on Eva. When you have any kind of a secret like that can come to the surface and hurt you, you're just kind of on borrowed time. But now they've given Leslie 1 year for them to bust her, and they still haven't busted her.
Yeah, and I like I said yesterday, I think when they finally do bust her, I think that Cat is going to be the reason why this case is going to get thrown out. I think that's what's going to end up happening is that the case is going to end up thrown out
I hope so.
I
because.
agree.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was telling my mom all week that it's Kat's fault that Leslie's not in jail because she messed up the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows better. If she watches true crime podcasts, she knows better
Mm-hmm.
than do the things that she did.
Mm-hmm. She
She let
should
her
have known.
emotions control her.
Yeah, she should have
Yes,
known.
she
And Jacob kept
moved.
trying to tell her to stop.
But I blame Jacob. Jacob knows what he's supposed to be doing. He had
Mm-hmm.
no business allowing a person without a license to come on. She's not a lawyer, she's not a paralegal, and she's not an officer of the law. Why would you bring her on as your assistant? You should have told her no.
Mm-hmm.
No, let her do her
Mm-hmm.
own investigation on her own if she want to. Don't have nothing to do with it because
Mm-hmm.
she is the one who stole that helmet and put it back in Leslie's apartment. So she
Mm-hmm.
was in there for breaking and entering, and Jacob knows about that, and he did nothing about it. So I lost a lot of respect for Jacob. Jacob, I thought when I first saw Jacob and Naomi, I thought they were ideal. But then as I watched them, Jacob is too much of a yes man. He's afraid to stand up. He got to almost take blame for anything goes wrong in the marriage. He just does not showing a lot of backbone. I'm not against him at the police station like some people are. I don't know much about what goes on there, but I will say he didn't stand up like he should have stood up with Cat. He should have told Cat no. And if Cat insisted upon doing things, he should have told his dad. Now he
Mhm.
could have done that. Now he couldn't stop her from going on her own doing these things, but he should have never been a part of it. And why would you let Cat come and tell you to go back again and do another search of Leslie's apartment? See that
Be on purpose says, did you say you hope the case is thrown out? Here's what I mean, be on purpose. I mean that it would be the best way to write it because it's not like Leslie can leave the show. She's not going to leave the show. So I'm saying that would be the best way to write it, but to get around it, that it went to court or whatever. But I think that what's going to end up happening is that they're going to follow the trail of Kat's vindictiveness, and that vindictiveness still won't get a chance to go away because I think that it's going to end up being thrown out because of her. That's what I mean. It's because they have to figure out how to keep Leslie on the show. They can't put her in jail for the next 10 years. Well, I'm saying they can't, so they got to do something. So to me, that's the way. That would be the way to write it, and what it's been dealt with and not dealt with.
and
Because
they can move on. But
mhm.
even then, I don't believe that Cat will ever move on.
Well, see, she won't, especially after she sees that she's the reason why that case got blown up.
Yeah.
Then she's still gonna be like, I want to be, what do they call that word? Not exonerated. She wants to be, yeah, she wants to have the winning cards. Let me just say it like that.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hmm. Yeah, just that word is escaping me.
But
It's like no, girl.
did you find it amazing that her mom knows that anytime she has an anger problem, it's always Eva and then Leslie? That they have become lightning rods. I believe that's what she said. Lightning
Hmm.
rods
Hmm.
for a cat. No matter what is going on, whomever she's angry with, it's
It's gonna
all
be drawn to them.
that she would
Hmm.
do it. But see, tonight what she couldn't do,
Hmm.
Eva has no dealings with Chelsea. So
Hmm.
I don't know how she could take that. She's mad at Chelsea and she feels rejected by Chelsea, but she can't
Hmm.
go back over there and blame Eva for that. But anything to do with Tomas, anything to do with anything else, it's always Eva.
Hmm. Yeah, no matter what it is. No matter what it is. Well, let's talk about Mona and Randy. What
It's
that church?
interesting.
What
Mona
that?
didn't
What
appear
that?
all week.
What that church? I thought that was this week.
No, Mona didn't appear this week.
Are you sure? Because I always go back and look at my pictures.
Nope, I don't think so. Mm-mm.
Are we sure?
I don't remember. Remember, she was supposed to
Okay,
be taken
so
into the Wednesday night service, but he wasn't sure he was going to go. I believe that's the last time we heard from Mona and Randy.
okay, but we didn't talk about this last Friday.
Oh well, if we didn't, then go ahead.
I don't think we did. Did
I
we?
I don't know if we did, but I just remember that was that Wednesday night. Remember, he said Sunday was a day that I guess he has to himself to do things. And she told him that was a Wednesday night, and
Hmm.
on Wednesday night you can come early and leave. He could come early and leave early.
Oh, okay. Because was this also the week that Lynette told Haley, you gonna pay for my hotel and I want you to get my case thrown out. Now that was this week, right?
No, that was I think was that this week?
Yes.
Okay, wait. You're gonna get my case thrown out.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna go look. Okay. Well, what you all think about this character of June and this Mr. Hammer?
Oh, June. I believe June really has made an impression on Joey. Joey is a man of the streets. He's a worldly man. And if he says that her word is as good as the coffee she pours, it has to be something going on there. But I believe that June really believes that Sledgehammer is a softie. He wouldn't harm anyone.
Why you think Joey snuck him out of town?
Because I believe that Joey is going to figure out he's going to trap up between those three, Randy, Lynette, and Haley, and he's going to set a trap. And somebody's going to fall into it. And if they fall into it, the man will be gone. They can't fly back on him. So they're going to have to figure out they're going to have to swim or sink.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe that he's going. Joey, I believe, believes there's more to it than meets the eye.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think that Joey is very suspicious about what's going on. And Joey done decided this man didn't have nothing to do with it.
Hmm.
Joey done decided this man ain't had nothing to do with it. And so he don't want to see that man go down for nothing because otherwise why should he care? But he snuck that man out of town.
That's right. And did you know something else too? Lynette did not put the wallet with the took the money evidently from the wallet, and she didn't put the ring in there, but she put the driver's license. See how
Mm-hmm.
slick she was. The
Mm-hmm.
ring is still missing, and
She
what
was wearing. Remember, she showed June the
I
ring.
know that's what I was going to say. What Lynette is not aware of is the fact that June has good memory, and if
Mhm.
June hears about this ring, if it's ever identified on social media or anything, she'll say, "I saw this lady in here with it." Because remember, she remembered Naomi's wedding rings. She saved them and called her and told her.
Mm-hmm. And we got to 10:30 tonight, you all. So I'm telling Vargas he's coming here late. Tell my we ain't talked about something. Okay,
Oh,
so Belinda said no, we did not talk about Mona and Randy last week. So what of the Mona and Randy? She want her a bad boy. Why we be wanting them bad boys?
I don't know, but I wonder if Mona might be able to handle a bad boy because look how
I
she did
bet she
Leslie.
might.
But I
See, you
don't.
know, a lot of times when people straighten up their life, they don't come out of a certain walk themselves, you know. So
That's
she don't want nobody boring her down to the house.
Lord.
She don't. She wants somebody with a little edge to them. Be on Purpose says, I'm not a fan of Leslie and Eva and the way they were being written. I used to love them both, but now, especially Eva, don't make no sense. What did Eva do?
She's
I
not.
see. This is what I mean by you. Not see. I'm saying this comment right here. This is exactly what I mean by Leslie. This character Leslie is so clever that her daughter is roped into every single thing she
Mhm,
does. Where it's like,
mhm.
what has Eva done? Except so what she did with Tomas. Okay, we're gonna put that there, right? But
Right.
what? Okay, let's stay current. What is Eva doing that she should be disliked at this point? You know what I'm saying? Now I can see that about Leslie because she's always continuously doing something. She ain't got no business always in somebody's face. But Eva's not, but she still gets caught up in her mother's madness.
That's right.
Now, according to Leslie, the case is over. She said that no, it ain't over. They just didn't charge her. That case is on pause.
Mhm.
Leslie, do you need a step sister? Belinda, do you need a chair sister? Wait, what that mean? I must have missed something. Okay. They need to recast Tomas next. Y'all leave these actors alone. Let them have their jobs.
A lot of
Welcome
people.
in.
One creator as went as far as the one who wanted Ashley to be written out or killed off. He wants Tomas to be killed off.
Taking off. Mm-hmm.
Oh, taken off. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he wants Tomas. So a lot of people, Tomas doesn't bother me. I have no problem with him. They
Me
feel like he's
neither.
emotionless and he doesn't show. He's not animated enough. He just
Mm-hmm.
kind of like he's reading his lines. That's what the people. But I don't have any problem with him.
Okay. What my pen at so I can mark this stuff off. Okay, so Mona and Randy. I don't know why, but I want Mona and Randy to make it for a little while.
Okay.
I want Sister Mona to have it.
You want to see that other side of Mona, what she's like,
Yeah, let's see what's going on here. I mean, Mona, because they ain't gave Mona much depth, but I mean, definitely she got our attention with this move, did she not?
and Mona actually is a very pretty woman.
Mm-hmm.
She's a very pretty woman, and one thing I will say for them on here, another creator mentioned another show that I watched and how disrespectful they were to women who were plus size. This woman who was plus size had on any kind of old wig and old women dresses and that, but they
Mm-hmm.
don't dress Mona like that. Even though Mona's not a size 10 or 8, but they don't dress her like she's some old woman and with an old raggedy wig on, and they don't
Mm-hmm.
dress her like that. They dress her with respect, and I like that because everybody's never going to be size 8. I know you think they could jazz her up a little bit. Yeah, I know you think they could jazz her up a little bit, but she's not. just down like an old going out of the cornfield.
See, I see her on her IG page. She wear fitted stuff. She wear cute stuff. Let her wear some of that too.
Oh, she does.
Yes, she
I've
does.
never
She's
seen.
a singer. She can sing.
Mona.
Yes, ma'am. Mona's a singer.
I had no. What is her name?
Um, Man, let me see if I see her IG page. Y'all find Mona's IG page and put it down there for Miss
Oh,
Leah.
she does have fitted clothes. She does wear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't know.
They ain't gotta have on all these chunky necklaces and stuff all the time and sweaters down to her feet. I mean,
Yeah.
come on now.
So she.
Okay, let's see. Eva hid the evidence of an accessory, her mama. The rest of the cast don't know she know what her mom did, or do they know besides Kat that she hid the evidence? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. She did hide that
Hell,
motorcycle helmet, but again, have you forgotten that her mama told her she would put it on her?
that's right. That's right.
Okay, and she didn't know any of this until after everything had happened. It wasn't like she came and said, "You know what I'm about to do." You know what? She found out about it after the case because she lied to her daughter and told her she hadn't done nothing, and then Eva found the evidence. Ain't that
Mhm.
what happened?
Yeah, she lied to her when she came in that night, and she never
Mhm.
told Evil the truth about it. But then later on, they got into some kind of conflict, and Leslie was talking out loud to other people as if her daughter might have been one of the persons who was involved. So after that, Eva took the helmet and hid it in her house under her bed, and
Right.
Kat bribed the caregiver to let her get into Eva's room and went up under the bed, and that was a night that Var was talking about when what's his name, uh, the lawyer was there, and they
Mhm.
were talking, and you remember Cat was up under the bed. Yep. Mm-hmm. She sure was.
Now, Be on Purpose says, sorry to be on them, but they pissed me off this week. See, and this again, what I keep coming back to, they. What did Eva do this week? Nothing. But her mama did. Her mama was all up on the Duprees. Her mama went over to Danny's house. Her mama was in Iz's face. Her mama went over to Ted's. Her mama was in Nicole's face. Her mama and Kat had it out. What did Kat do? Kat didn't even say, Eva didn't even say anything today when Kat was reading her.
No, she tried to keep them apart. She sure
So
did.
that's what I'm saying. This is funny how this happens with that narcissistic type stuff where they can rope you into their stuff where nobody people can't even divide you from the other anymore.
That's right. That's
I
right.
mean, but it's playing that way.
And I wonder too, with I know you've spoken about since Leslie now has money, she's trying to run with the upper class of people. Why won't they give her some more polished roles? If she's going to be a club member, she's going to do all of these things. Then they need to polish her up some. She just doesn't need to be acting. Even you were talking about all these old ghetto schemes that she's doing. It's just time out for it. She was funny before she got the money. She was doing all this foolish stuff, but now people are expecting that she should. Mellow out a little bit and become some of those rough edges need to be fouled off. What do you
Okay,
think
so
about that?
here's what I really think. I hate to say this, but this is what I think. I think it's in the delivery of the lines. I don't think it's the lines. So meaning that if you take some of these same words out of Anastasia's mouth, right? Anastasia talks in a manner where she's like, well, one thing about it, you were some low life that da 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 da. And I
Mhm.
think it would be different. Let me find something Leslie said today. What was she cutting up today?
She was at Ophige's, I believe. Remember, she was talking to Isaiah about how fine he was, and and if he made a commitment to her daughter, a lot of stuff she was saying. But with Cat, you might want to use that. That would be more something that.
Oh, when she was talking to Kat.
Yeah. When she was talking to Cat, she told Cat about her mama. Remember?
Okay. So to me, it's as different as delivering these lines the way that they're being delivered. And I hate to make any kind of I don't really want to be doing too much. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to, you know, I don't say this wrong. But what I'm saying is, I just think that she needs to calm down the delivery of the way she's saying what she's saying. And if she could say those very same lines but differently
Okay.
in a less, one of the things that why won't you come and do such as, why do it's always on
Mhm.
10, and I think she need to dial it back down to about a 4.
And I agree with you about Anastasia. Anastasia definitely is a snob, but people expect that out of country club kind of people. They tell you off to put you down without raising their voices and without using adjectives that sound bad. Anastasia is
Mhm.
a very nasty lady, a very, very nasty lady. Because anytime you would talk bad about two children who were homeless, you're very, very bad. And you know, her granddaughter said they don't have any manners. Well, what do you expect? They didn't have a home.
Mm,
That's nothing. I don't find that funny at all. There's too many homeless people, and those children did nothing to cause themselves to be homeless.
mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I just think she need to just, dial it on back. Even when she was going in about her mama, she could have just dialed it on back a little bit. When she was talking to Ted, she could have it seems like it's too much improvising. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
Yeah, well, I know.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know she knows how to really, really get down, and you're right about that. But today, what she did to Cat, I just really don't have any regret about that. Cat needed to be
No,
put in.
Cat had it coming now. Cat
Yeah,
had it coming.
and she needs to stop learn. All of these cat lovers, they
Mhm.
don't seem to understand. You have to take responsibility for yourself. If somebody's done something to me, I can't go into my manager's office and because someone is in there that is in my equal or lower and just go off on them and start to bashing them because I really would like to give that to the manager. So she's mad about what your dad did, but you don't want to
Mhm.
put any responsibility on him anymore. Now everything is on Leslie. Leslie was 100% wrong. She committed an act with a married man, but now you want to make even the spun, and you know that all that kind of talk. So I'm so glad Leslie let her have it. Oh, I'm so glad Leslie let her have it. She needs.
Mhm.
Eva's no match. Eva just lets the dog walk her, but Leslie put that chick in her place.
Mhm. Now, Be on Purpose says, no, Eva today just sat back and remained quiet. She could have easily said something. She did say something several times.
If she did, she said, "Stop, you guys," and she even put her hand up to show that she was trying to separate them.
She said something to her mother. She said something to Kat, but she was like, she didn't mean that. And she was like, just don't, ma, stop. Would you please? She said it several times. It wasn't like once or twice. Like it was like 3, 4 times she tried to stop that, and that was a no go. And then that's when Leslie ended up pushing her out of the way. And even then, she tried to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't stop. You can't stop a train, baby. You can't
Oh,
stop no train. You can't.
That's right. You can't stop a train.
I won't see it for Eva until she apologizes to Kat for everything she has done and Leslie turned in. Okay, but see again how y'all have connected Eva even in that to her mama until Kat does this and her mama. Oh, and turns Leslie in. Okay, yeah, okay, y'all gonna be turning in your mama. Okay. You know it's not happening. I think Mona knows how to, you know what? Let me see. Var said he don't see the link. I think I just reposted it. Did I not? Or did I copy it? Oh yeah, did I copy it and then paste it? Let me put it up here. I thought I pasted it, but I think I did not. Okay, there it should be up there now.
oh my
Okay.
God, Raven Maniac!
Now you know he up here clowning.
Oh
No, I
my!
mean when Eva had the memory of her mom confess. No, I mean when Eva had that memory. Well, child, I don't know what unrealistic page y'all be on. People about to just go, you know what? Let me tell you what my mama did. That girl ain't about to tell that boy nothing. She's still getting to know him.
No, that's right, and she's right. She should. The only thing about it, I hate now that Leslie confessed to her. That puts a burden on her. But no, I wouldn't do it either. I wouldn't go and tell even if it was someone else, when you getting to know people, they have to earn your trust. You don't just out and tell them and just puke your guts. That's how a lot of people go to workplaces and get in trouble. They talk too much. It's okay to talk. You need to know what to talk about. You need to know where the lines
Hold on.
are.
Hold on. Linda said Leslie eviscerated Cat today. Now, why you in here with this high tone word this evening?
Yeah, but that's good. She did. She,
No, I'm saying, but why she in here with this high tone word in here tonight?
I don't know, but she cut her abdomen wide open today.
You
Oh,
find another low tone word to say eviscerated with. You go ahead on. It just says she tore her up. In here eviscerated. Like somebody got time to be pulling out dictionaries and stuff.
but she did. Oh, she did. She gutted that chick from her throat down to her feet. Oh, she did. Why do you think so many people? Why do you think people hate little Ted? I'm not talking about his acting abilities, but they hate his character.
Well, as he said, he feels that they painted that Ted like people think that he's weak or he didn't do enough, but he said that he didn't. He feels that he did. Hey, Var, welcome to the stage. He says that he
Hello.
does. He says that he does feel that Ted did enough, and that Ted is a good man, and that if that ain't what she wanted, he has the right to move on.
He does, and I agree with him there. I don't have any issue with him because you cannot go back and live 20 years worth. You either going to do one or two things. If the man has repented, you watch him to see if he's changed from his old habits. If he's giving you no more reason to believe that he's after someone, then you decide whether or not you want to go back and try to talk it out or you go on your way. Obviously, it didn't work out. They're going on their separate ways. So that's what I think. Ted has a right to a life too. Now, for the people who say that Shanice is getting the bad deal, is getting a raw deal, Shanice is a grown woman. She knows what she's doing. She knows about the affair. She knows he's been married. She knows Leslie, and Leslie confessed that she has been with him since he left his wife. If Shanice wants to sign up for that, she's a whole grown woman. Let her fight her own battle.
Give me 1 second here. Let me thank the ones who. Hold on. Let me take this comment down. Okay, let me hide that for a second. Get to this one. Okay, let me thank the ones who are our sponsors for this evening. Thank you guys.
What's the password?
Gatekeepers.
I slash it.
Welcome to Membership Island.
And whatever happens in the membership stays in the membership. So shh. Tell them Richard.
Let me in here.
So thank you again, Miss Elaine, Peggy, Bilo Didi, Terry Anthony again for the gifted membership, and E. Shante for being the sponsors for tonight's panel. Say thank you, you guys. Panel.
Thank you, you guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
All right. Okay. All right. So did you get a chance to see the interview, Var?
Yeah, I saw the interview. I didn't see the day's episode. I wasn't going to call in, but I heard my name a couple times. So I was like, let me call in.
So what'd you think
But yeah, I
about
didn't even see the days.
what'd you think about the interview?
It was a good interview. I really enjoyed it. I never saw an interview with Ted before.
Hmm.
So it was kind of a good experience to hear it. And I think he did a good job.
Thanks. But here's what I'm gonna say. Now I've been saying it ever since then that he almost said word for word what you said one night.
Yeah, I was listening to the interview and I was like, wow, that's exactly what I said.
Almost
Everybody
word for
loved,
word.
yeah, everybody loved, and I say this a lot with people. Like everybody's love language ain't the same. What I might do, you might not do. What you might do, I might not do. So you can't never really definitively say that somebody doesn't love somebody because they're not willing to do what you're willing to do. You can't just really dismiss it like that. So that's my thoughts on pretty much everything that I deal with because nothing is definitive.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, if she asked you to leave her alone, I think she should have been the one to make the call when she was ready to talk again.
Absolutely. She never was ready to get back with him. She never tried. She never seems like she opened herself up to him. So it's kind of like, well, what more could he do? And I guess I heard something to the extent of, he was a great father. He was a great husband all those years. And it's like, if you can't accept that I'm not the same person that I was 20 something years ago, then I don't know what more I can do. I show and prove to you for the last 20 something years how good of a man I was. And if you can't accept that, then you got to go about your way.
But I think she's going to mess around and let somebody claim that good man. They're going to become an example of what they need in a man, and he will be motivated to grow to what that woman wants. And Nicole is going to want him back.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said it's
Absolutely.
10:04. We're here till 10:30, Belinda. We started at 8:30. Okay, go ahead, Var. Oh, and then also
Nah,
he said that
uh,
him and Nicole would still be together if she had never found out. You said that too. We beat you up for it too. You
absolutely.
said.
Absolutely. Because, like, I don't know, man. In certain situations, you have people that end up confessing to cheating on their woman, a one time thing, and you end up confessing maybe a year later, maybe 6 months later. But at the end of the day, when you're confessing, that's just alleviating your guilt. That's actually putting more sadness and hurt on your woman. So if you truly feel that you are not going to be that man anymore, if you feel as though it was truly a one time mistake, I don't even think you should really run back and tell anybody about what you did. Leave it alone. It can only bring hurt to your mate. I know a lot of people going to disagree with that, but that's just how I feel. I don't want to know.
I agree with that, except for in this case, he did not know the embryo survived. He didn't know that.
Absolutely.
So he didn't know that. So that's something that will come out later on. It'll be hard to come here with a 25-year-old daughter.
Absolutely. But and in his case was a bad case because he really was trying to keep it under wraps for probably the rest of their lives. And that incident was unfortunate for him, that it came out that way. And, I don't know. I'm just mad that nobody in Nicole's corner was really fighting for Ted,
And
really fighting for who he was.
he also paid her $50,000. Remember, I think he paid her twice because one time he loaned Eva the money to pay her bills off. Then he gave her clear cash. So that's twice she got money from him.
Absolutely. And like I said, I don't know. I don't know. Let me ask the panel. In that situation, right? If you knew that your friend had a good man and you seen the way that man treated your friend for the last 26, 30 years, and it came out that he cheated 20 something years ago and has a kid, would you ever be an advocate for that man to say, look over the last 26 years or however long it was and try to accept that? Or would you beat up on him and call him out like Nicole's family does?
I think first of all, there's nobody's reason. Nobody has the right to tell another person to leave their spouse, unless I would advise it strongly if there's physical violence going on.
Yeah,
Number two, if I'm looking at all of what you have to offer, I would definitely say you need to sit down. Don't make an impulsive decision. You might be angry right now. You might want to separate, but take the time to look back and see what you're losing, what you possibly have to gain, and then decide
mhm,
which side is the best side. Because actually, it's in my opinion, you would be better to forgive the man that you
yep,
know that has loved you for years. If you can learn to do that and trust, it's going to be
yep.
hard. It's got to build trust. If he could ever build trust again, you know what you have. Then to be out here heisting up your dress to every man come along.
And to make it so bad, if she gave Ted a try, if she gave a try, Ted would do nothing but show and prove. Like he's shown that over the last 26 years. So if you would have gave that man a little bit of a chance, he wouldn't have let her down. And that's the bad part because some men cheat and just are notorious cheaters and they trash. I'm just gonna put that out there. But then you have situations where you have a lapse in judgment for a period of time. You might not accept at that particular moment the woman that you have. So you might go astray. And I get that. But if you reel yourself back in and you show and prove by not cheating for the next 20 something years, he's not the same man that he was then. And I'm not going to dig too deep in it, but he's not the same man. I'm not the same man that I was at 20 something years old.
I think though one of the things, and I'm not making any excuses for adultery, so please, women, don't hate me. But I truly believe what happened. He got so involved with trying to produce another child and to watch his wife go through all of this. She was in depression. When you're in depression, you're not able to minister to your husband. You're not able to make him feel good.
Mm-hmm.
You're not able to make him
Mm-hmm.
feel like he's the best thing on earth. So you in your own world is everything about you because your depression revolves around you. Not making any excuses for him because he's responsible for what he did, and
Mm-hmm.
somewhere along the line, he felt like he was getting something at the diner that he wasn't getting from his wife. He was getting recognition. He was getting somebody to eat to pamper his ego. He was getting somebody that made him feel young again, to want to dance again. Remember, Leslie was talking about all the silly things that they did, but I don't really believe he ever went out to destroy his marriage. But he is responsible for his actions, but he fell in along the way. Now, you take a good woman who's strong and loving and gentle, but not weak. She can set standards high, and a man like Ted would do what he needs to do to climb up if he wanted to keep her. But some people say online, well, they think that Shanice is too good for him, and you shouldn't have to be. Well, I'm not saying you should raise a man, but what I am saying is that some women that have high standards, the man want to be better because he's got a good woman.
Here's the thing. Shanice, I don't think is too good for him, or I don't think Ted is too good for her. I think they're both seemingly good people. And at the end of the day, Ted is a good man, minus that mistake that he made 26 years ago. You can't continue to hold me hostage for something that I did 26 years ago. I get it. I cheated on you, but that was 26 years ago. We are different people now, and you need to accept that. I don't get how people feel as though Ted is a bad man. You might not feel as though Ted did enough to get Nicole back, and that's your, opinion on the matter. I'm not saying anybody on the panel, but whoever says that, that's your opinion. But at the end of the day, he's a great father. He treated Nicole very good. He was a provider, and it's like, what more could you want out of a man or a woman?
Now, one thing I think he could have done and should have done when Leslie started showing up at his hotel before he even slept with her, he needed to have had her put notice to put on her so she couldn't come there anymore.
Yes, that's why Ted gets the weak. No, that's why
Yeah,
Ted will hold that weakness. And I'm not taking away the fact that he's weak. I'm just saying he's a good man. He's a good weak man,
yeah,
but he's a good man.
yeah, he is a good man. I think he's a good man. And he has for women who like to be cuddled and he's got a certain softness about him that if you took 50% of Ted and put him with a strong man that could draw lines in the sand, still be protective and still be providing and protective, but they're stronger than where he is there. He has a hard time saying no to people. You'd have
Hmm.
a dynamic man.
Hmm.
You think Ted
So
has a
yeah,
hard time saying no?
Yeah,
I don't think
because
he has a hard time saying, "Oh, I'm sorry,"
but
but
you remember when Leslie was coming to his apartment, he said, "Don't come back anymore." And then he would let her in. And then one time, Kat went there and called Leslie having water. Then when Nicole attacked Leslie, he drove her home. See, that kind of stuff, you want your wife back, you just have to leave that alone. She can get a Uber or she could get a shared ride. But you don't do that.
I don't think he has a hard time saying no because he says no very quickly. He has a hard time standing on it,
Okay,
and
okay.
and that's what I think makes him weak.
But Keith did say that he feels that Ted still has there's something with with Leslie.
Um,
Keeps letting her do
I
stuff.
don't see. And here's the thing: we can take their opinions because they are acting in the show, but he doesn't know pretty much a lot more than we know. They
But you
might
have
know
to
like
also
six
remember
episodes in advance,
they're way
but
ahead of us for taping.
say that again. Yeah, they might have like
And
they go ahead. I'm sorry.
he said he couldn't tell us about storylines that are coming up.
I
Mhm.
know, but Miss Jen, you did ask him, with Kat and Eva ever reconcile? He said, "We will see." He wouldn't even answer. He said, "We
And
will
he was
see."
like,
Cause
I tell you.
at the end of the day, they might have like 10 episodes. I would have to double check. I want to see how many episodes they actually put in the can at once. He might not be to an advanced phase to even know what's actually going on, with their relationship. You know what I mean? A lot of times it'd be like their opinions. But at the end of the day, I don't know. There's no sign showing right now that Ted has any want or need with Leslie, like at all. Because if he did, Leslie would have been in his bed as soon as he knew that him and Nicole was completely done. He wouldn't have went to Shanice. He would have went to Leslie.
I
Like
tell
him
you
and
what,
Leslie would be dating it right now.
if he pull that mess on Shanice, Shanice gonna drop him.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And I really don't think that Ted wants to be back with Leslie right now at all. Now, writing can change anything, and maybe he knows something or whatnot. But at the end of the day, he's showing no signs of having any interest in Leslie at
Mm.
all.
I
Because he
think
can have her anytime he wants her.
He
I
implied it
think he
may be
likes
Nicole that will be feeling like I shouldn't have let him go.
right, but I
Say
think
that again. Oh, yeah.
he likes the bad girl in Leslie, because when Miss Jen was talking to him, it was something, and I can't remember what he said when you asked him about Leslie, but it was something about Leslie that he mentioned. I don't know if he said Leslie has something that every man wants or some men want. So it's something about this bad girl side of her I think he did like, but I don't think he admires her enough to marry her or to want to be a couple with her.
Mm-mm.
Because, see, here's the
What he
thing
implied
Leslie,
is that
I'm sorry.
Nicole is the one who may be who will end up having a I wish I could get back.
Yeah, I can see that too. And another thing, this Leslie that we see now is not the Leslie that he was dating 20 something years ago.
No, no.
It's not the same Leslie. So we gotta really put that in perspective too, because she was fun loving, kind of how she is with Eva. A lot of times, just despite whatever y'all say, I think it's hard to say because he had passed up. Her and Eva has an okay mom and daughter relationship. And what I mean by that is she is very attentive to her daughter, even though she has done some foul stuff to her, as we saw. But for the most part, on a regular day-to-day basis, she's super attentive to Eva. She's loving towards her. And it seems like she wants the best for her. Now, and I know people are going to disagree with that, but that is just my perception on what I see of Eva and Leslie's interaction. I mean, Eva and Leslie's interaction.
I think as much as Leslie is capable, listen to me carefully, of being a mother to Eva and enjoying having a beautiful daughter. I agree with you. I think she does. But she's not good for Eva in a lot of cases,
Oh, she's
because
not. Yeah.
a mother would tell you down the road what could happen. This is not okay. You're going the wrong direction. She's egging her on. She was even egging her on to take Tomas away from Kat. And you know
But
that's not healthy.
but you know what? I think people don't know a lot of times how to be a good mom. And I think in those cases, because you can take it to, let's say, the inner city, where you could have a father who loves his son, who cares about his son, but still encourage his son to sell drugs, still
Because
encourage his son to be in the streets because he don't know better.
yeah,
He's only teaching his son what he knows. But at the
that's
end of the day, it doesn't take away the fact that he still loves his son and really don't want nothing to happen to him. He thinks that's what it takes to make a man. And
but
I think with
that's what I said. As far as she is capable as
I
Leslie,
agree with you.
that's what I
Yeah, I
said.
agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I agree with you. No arguments over here on that. I agree with you wholeheartedly with that. But I do think that I think she tries to be a good mom. I really do. I really think she tries, but her craziness gets in the way of it.
Yeah, and Eva, a lot of times, which I hate to see, she's doing the parenting to mom.
Absolutely.
She's setting the standards for mom to go by, and that just is bad. That's too much of a burden to be on a child. You shouldn't have to parent your parent. I mean, you take care of them when they get old and elderly, but you shouldn't have to teach them the moral ways of life. But she even gets on her. So, but really, Eva loves her mother, and no matter what people say about her, she even told Isaiah her mother was crazy, but she loves
Yeah.
her mother.
And Miss Jen, I got a little bone to pick with you.
What I do?
Me and you
What I do?
conversation.
All right,
All
come on.
right.
What you got?
Eva constantly, and I'm not saying it's not right, but rightfully so, but she constantly disrespects her mom. And
You
I
disrespect
never
her
hear
mama?
any, I never hear any comments on her disrespecting her mom. She calls her delusional.
Yes, she
She
does.
calls her crazy. She's always throwing insults at Leslie, and nobody mentions that. I'm not trying to really get into a super duper argument. I'm just curious on why that is not picked up.
But she
But
did.
every time Kat says something, it's picked up.
But she
I'm
did
just
tell.
curious about that.
She did tell Isaiah that her mother was crazy.
Yes, she's constantly disrespecting her mama. But you don't comment on it, Miss Jim. But every time Kat says something, you comment on it. Why is that so?
Wait, are you really asking me why that cat can't tell her mother, "Mama, you being delusional. Stop being delusional. You're acting crazy." Do
No,
you
Eva
wait?
is. Go ahead.
I'm saying, do you know that you have to tell people like that when they that kind of close in your life?
But that's disrespectful. And I guarantee you,
No,
if
it's
if
not.
I told my
No, it's
mom
not.
that she was delusional, my mom would slap me.
See,
Just
listen,
like you were
there's
saying
a
about
different.
if she said what you said to your mom, if when Kat said what she said when she was talking to her mom this week in that episode about first she wanted to be such and such and now she want to be this, and you said your mom wouldn't tolerate it. I don't think
Mhm.
your mom would tolerate you calling her delusional or crazy.
Okay, so I agree with Bilo Didi. Their mother daughter dynamic is not a typical one. That's first. Secondly, do you know you have to tell people who are close to you in your life when they acting crazy?
Not in that way, mom. You're crazy, mom. You're delusional. That's
Okay,
disrespectful.
but at the same time, the girl is exasperated when she telling that, "Mama, stop acting crazy, mama." Okay, wait. Wait. She's saying there's an echo on my end. Um, is somebody playing something in the background?
Not I.
Oh
No,
wait, hold on. Let me see something else. Okay, is the echo still there?
I don't hear it echo, but I don't know what
not
they're
here.
I
hearing
I
on
hear
YouTube.
it. I hear it. So it's
Oh yeah.
somebody's playing it. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Do I hear it now? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Do I hear it now?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Var, it's you in the background.
It's me. Hold on.
Yeah, if you're listening in the background, that's what the echo is.
I don't have anything in the background. Nothing's playing. YouTube is
Okay.
completely off. Hold on.
When I mute your mic, it disappears.
No, it ain't connected to yours.
Oh,
No, you still can hear it.
it ain't bothering me, but I guess it's bothering them.
Um,
It still there's an echo. It
no,
didn't
nothing's trying to
happen. It
connect.
didn't happen until you said I want to ask you something, and then it went echo. And what the echo is that I can hear myself in your background.
Mm, no, hold on. No, it's saying you want to connect with me, so no.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
You want
It's
me to come
okay.
out and come
So
back in?
no,
Okay.
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mute you while I answer this question. That's what I'm gonna have to do.
Okay.
Okay. So I think that I've never even thought of Eva being disrespectful to her mother. I don't. So I think that I think the only time I said Kat was disrespectful to her mother, and I was really joking about that, was when she said, "You got on what you got on, and you ain't got no business wearing that." When she keeps making statements like that, because there's nothing wrong with Nicole. Nicole just out here doing what she do. But Eva is dealing with a delusional, crazy mama that pulls her into her mess, that do way too much, where she constantly, like a child, has to say, "Don't do that, stop that, da 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 da." Now I do know somebody had I do know somebody mama do too much, okay? And I had said to the person, said, I said something, I didn't say nothing disrespectful about their mama, but their response was, now you know my mama crazy, right? And I was like, what? I mean, why you can say your mama crazy? Because I ain't about to agree with nobody say their mama crazy, even though I know she was a little bit to the left. You know what I'm saying? Because she do too much. She do way too much. Way too much. So yeah, I mean, see, I done, I done seen somebody got to do it. That's all I'm saying to you, Val. And they don't be wanting to do it, but they have to do it. They have to. And I don't know. I just don't never feel she disrespectful. That's my answer. Okay, I'm
Okay.
unmuting now.
Okay, so like only thing now I don't have nothing wrong with her saying what she said. Like me personally, I'm just using it as a jab against you a little bit. But
Okay.
what I can say though is you don't have to call somebody crazy or delusional to let them know that they're thinking irrationally. So
Okay,
if
so
you really want to
you
be on a
you
respectful
say,
tip, mom, you're not thinking rationally right now.
hey mom, she don't listen when she tell her that. So mom,
Oh,
It doesn't
I
matter.
need
But to call her
you
delusional,
right
to
now.
call her delusional and crazy is
She
really
is
insulting.
delusional.
No, she is, but it's still disrespectful and insulting.
Okay, give me the better word. Give me the
If
better
your
word.
if your mother is a garden tool, you don't call her a garden
No, that's
tool.
not what she
Like
called her. So I'm saying,
no,
what's the other word? We don't want to say delusional. What we want?
I think you're thinking irrationally. You're not thinking straight right now, mom. You know what I mean? Like you have a tendency to do that.
I'm
You
gonna tell you.
need to
Let me tell you
think
something.
more rationally.
I'm gonna tell somebody that for the 10 times, but on time 11, you
You
delusional.
want disrespect? Yeah, you want disrespect them on the 10th time.
You
That's when the
delusional.
disrespect come in.
But
That's when the disrespect come in.
this girl deal with this every day. All day. Just in this one episode today, her mama done exasperated her all day with
I
her
get it. Leslie
boyfriend
is crazy.
on a chat. Listen, when somebody calling my mama crazy, right? And then you show up and my mama acting crazy, I'm about ready to fall out. And she's like, "Mama, stop, don't." And she's like, "No." And another thing, get out the way, little girl. Let me tell this little heifer something. And I'm like, child, I would have fell out.
Now, listen, I don't think she means no harm with it when she tells her that. I just think it's a lack of choice of a better word
Mm-mm.
that she can use. But at the
I
end of
think
the day, it's
I
still
think Leah's tired
disrespect.
of her mama. She tired of that woman.
Yeah, and it's still disrespect. She's tired to the point where she's disrespecting her
Sometimes people
mama.
bring you through it.
Okay, I just wanted
I'm
to bring that
sorry.
up. I just
Sometimes
wanted to touch
people
on that.
bring you to it, Jesus, because you her mama do too much.
I just wanted to touch on that. You know what I mean?
You know,
I
you and
feel her pain.
Isaiah are gonna get married and have such cute little babies. She just met this man. I know she gonna let him tell her.
But
And
that's another example of.
wait a minute, I'm at home talking to you about my boyfriend, and you come and run all his business back down in front of him.
that's
You
right.
do that.
That's an example of a proud mama. She's happy. She wants Eva to have kids and to be happy. Like that's what she wants. And that's why I keep saying I don't think Leslie is that bad. I think she makes bad choices, but I really think she loves her daughter.
But just think if Leslie could be a typical a groom. Well, she's groomed. She is well groomed, but she could be a typical person with morals and standards, and with that everything, body, hair, looks, cheekbones. She could just be a knockout. But after you get to know her, her beauty is not that important because she's doing such crazy things.
Here's my question. Did Ted make her crazy or was she just hiding her crazy to Ted?
I don't know.
We
Because
don't know
she
yet.
was not because clearly she is not the same person that Ted was with. You know,
Oh,
but
who
she was
else
in
is
her.
behind the night that you can see what they doing? Let us know. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Say that again. I didn't hear what you said.
Paul, tell us who house they behind the night and what they see tonight. Go ahead.
I'm still not getting what you're saying. I'm sorry. I'm
To
not here.
Paul in the chat. I asked
Oh, okay.
Paul what
Sorry.
house are they at and who yard they looking in tonight. But go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, I thought you said Var. That's like, huh? I don't know what you're talking about. Nah, but that was pretty much it. Because the way he described Leslie is carefree, fun, different things of that nature. And I don't know if the fact of Ted leaving her alone had made her go delusional. What do
Mm-hmm.
y'all think?
Well, I
I
think
don't know.
it might have had some part, and probably basically she was who she was, but I
Oh.
believe it got worse after Ted because remember now, she thought probably that man was going to leave his wife, but then when she told him she was going to have Eva, not only did he not leave his wife, he even put Bill on her. So much happened. I'm not making any excuses for the crimes that she's committed, but I truly believe
Mm,
that a lot of that strain might have had something to do with it. But basically, Leslie had the tendencies that she has now. So she was probably born with the tendencies. But just think of when you're 20 some years old, you're carefree, you don't have children, you're able to do everything with this man that his depressed wife cannot do. The depressed wife
mm-hmm.
is at home taking injections, trying to conceive. She's losing, unaliving, every so often they have so many children that they don't even know probably what they would have been, boys or girls. And here
Mm-hmm.
you are with someone who's happy. She can throw her hair back in a ponytail, put on jeans, and you can go riding. See that? Yeah, I could see Ted getting caught up, but I'm not making any excuses for the adultery. And I do believe her rejection probably got her worse because Miss Jen just said that on that night, Valentine's, when she was rejected and she broke the mirror, Miss Jen says somebody's going to pay for that because
Yeah.
she's angry now.
Now, Bilo Didi, who don't want to be outdone with Linda with the big words, said it exacerbated. She already was.
And one more thing that I
Wait a minute,
slightly
hold on.
forgot about. Oh, what?
Oh, wait, hold on. Uh, Bilo Didi, can y'all go get the link to Keith Robinson's? He just put out a new video today to that song, Different Languages. Can y'all post the link to that so we can go over there and hit a like on that and share that video? At least watch the video and put a like on it. Okay, what were you about to say, Var?
Nah, I'm saying I kind of forgot for a quick second. Leslie did. I don't know if that makes you crazy though, but Leslie did steal her mom's
I was waiting to
husband
say
or
that.
boyfriend.
I was waiting to
So
say that
I don't
about
I
this
don't but
time
I
started.
don't know if that makes you crazy. But she did
What?
steal her mom.
Is
She
that
did
not
steal her mom's husband. Whether her husband or boyfriend, which one? I forget.
A boyfriend.
boyfriend?
Okay,
I
her
was
boyfriend.
waiting to
She
say
stole.
that. I was waiting to say that because they were saying how it just exacerbated. I'm like, yeah, she did do what she did, and her mama did bust in the door and was like, "You was always crazy," So
Oh,
yeah.
how about that? I forgot about,
But
and I
them
forgot.
crazy
And
women be fun though. Thank you, Bilo Didi. Them crazy women
absolutely,
be fun though.
absolutely, but they toxic, and you can only deal with it for a certain period of time before you get over it.
I don't know what to tell
Well,
you.
I know the psychiatrists say that with borderlines, I'm not so sure about narcissistic people. People get addicted to that kind of behavior because I don't want to say what he said, but I guess men get with them and they get hooked on them, but they don't like the behavior and they don't like all of the problems they cause. But otherwise, I guess it's rewarding. But I don't know how anything could.
It can be like a man that complain about a female being jealous, but deep down inside, he like, that chick crazy over me. You know what I mean? Like somewhere inside, you get that feeling of, oh, she really loves me. Look how crazy she getting, and it kind of is a little motivation at first, but
Some
after a
people like that
while, you
crazy
get
though.
tired of that. Yeah, after a while, you get tired of it though. Like I'm tired of this fever, whatever. Every time, breaking my windows out
Terry
or
said
cussing
Leslie been
everybody I
touched
see
all her
out.
life. Terry say that Leslie been touched all her life.
She probably has, but
She might have.
If
that
they get her medication blend right, she might be all right. But
How about that?
maybe y'all, maybe that's why the character is being played over the top because maybe they are gonna get her medications right and calm her down.
Or
I
maybe
can't see Leslie getting on no medication, man. She's not trying to take it. Leslie loves who she is right now, and nobody can change that. The only people that get on medication is people that care about what other people feel. So your family members coming to you, mom, you're acting crazy, mom, you're delusional. And then you start to think, well, maybe I am, and maybe I need to change my life for my daughter. But I don't see Leslie going down that road ever.
But
Ain't taking care of
Joy,
no.
remember now, with Joy, she didn't have her way. She wanted that clinic to be named the Leslie Thomas Free Clinic. And Joy told Bill what to write up, and she never bucked. She could have pulled her money out and gone on her way, but
Mm-hmm,
she did.
mm-hmm,
She didn't do that with Joey.
Well,
mm-mm.
I think she still thinks that she got it in though, and Leslie is not going to kind of cut off her nose right there to spite her face. She still thinks that she can get in, and even now, what they call it, the Eighth Street Clinic or whatever they call it, it's still not named after Doug. Would you say the Phoenix Clinic? It's
Mm.
still not named after Doug yet. He's trying to sneak that in.
I was trying to figure out what happened with when she said that. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought it was the Douglas thing.
Yeah, like I don't even know where that what is it called again? Phoenix. I don't even know where the Phoenix Street clinic came from, but it's not named after her or Doug. Maybe
Kelly
they
S
came
says
to a compromise.
Kelly S says once that money runs out, Leslie will change.
That's another thing. I don't think where's that? I need to. Did she know her net worth? Did she knows how much is in this trust? Because this woman is spending like it's no tomorrow. She has no care in the world. Oh, I'll build the
You don't,
wing
you don't,
here, or
you
I'll
don't
throw
get all
money there.
you don't get all the money out of the trust. She gets money from the
She don't
trust.
get it out of yes, but I'm wondering she should
Okay,
have an
so
accounting of how much is in the trust.
so I know somebody got a few dollars, right? And they live the same way where they get money so many times a year.
Mhm. I wonder if she knows. I wonder if she checked to see how much money is
They got
actually
a
in that trust.
they be having a whole lump sum up in that thing. And then not only that, that money is growing, it's being invested, so the money is steady growing.
True, it's
Mhm,
constantly growing. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
mhm.
yeah. She could be making like $7 million interest on that money per year or something like that. But the way she's spending like Michael Jackson. And I don't think her royalty checks is coming in like his was. Remember at one point in time, Michael Jackson was broke, but he was worth $1 billion or more
It
dollars,
don't
but he
matter.
was
Rich
broke.
people don't use their money to do stuff. Rich people use other people's money to do stuff.
What you talking about with the Michael Jackson situation?
With anybody, as long as you have assets and as long as you got
Yes.
stuff you can get money, they don't use their money nowhere.
Well, they said in the Michael Jackson situation, if he stopped spending for like 2 months, he would get all his money back. He'd be back to a multi
I
like
imagine
100 million status.
I imagine the upkeep on a giraffe alone, let alone monkeys and tigers and bears. Oh my!
Oh,
Side note, I'm waiting for that movie to come out. I think when in April or May or something like that. I'm waiting for that
I'm
movie.
looking forward
But
to that.
we can go back to Beyond the
I
Gates.
want to see it. I was mad. I was like, why your son wasn't in this thing? Wait, remember the jump drive? Whatever's on, is going to do exactly what Joey says. Mm.
and
There
that's
was a lot
What?
to go on this week, y'all, but I guess we'll cover some of that next time because I did want to ask you all what y'all thought was going on with Kat. Aside from anything to do with Eva, she just seems to be really going through a rough time. Tomas, I really think, like I said, she's having growing pains. She don't want to grow up, then she want to rush to like I just go live on my own, and I'm like, girl, first of all, we ain't got no money to build no sets for you. We do not.
and she probably does not know how to do in the house cleaning because they have caregivers at her home. So what is she gonna do if she gets a condominium?
She gonna hire a maid.
Somebody come in and come in.
Oh,
Yeah, she gonna get a maid. Like they got money. Like she has access to a lot of money. So Kat is just fine. And I don't think I think in her situation too, even in Tomas, she's happy with her relationship, so she's cool with her relationship. Her best friend and cousin is not moving to another country, so she's cool with that. Her only beef is Eva.
I sent Below Didi the mansion I'm getting ready to buy. So I said I done made up my mind. This is the house I want. And then I wrote another note said now all I need is the money and two more white folks to co-sign for me. Then I get it.
But you had
That
mentioned
house
Joey.
bumping.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Now you mentioned Joey, man, and I keep saying, like I told you all about Andre. Andre's a good man for now. I don't know what they're gonna do, but on paper right now, Andre is a great husband
He is.
to Danny. He's a very great husband, loving, caring, understanding, the whole 9 yards. Even the whole kissing Bill he got over and didn't make a big deal about it, man.
He young, but he ready.
And I'm gonna say this about Joey. It's controversial, and I've been pulling it up. Joey is a good man. He might have his flaws, offing people, and doing other things that he do, but deep down inside, he has a heart of gold.
Do y'all think Jacob is going to get hurt in his undercover work?
Yes.
Mm.
Do I think Jacob what?
He's
Going
gonna
to
get
get
hurt.
hurt in undercover assignment.
Yeah, and as though as much as Jacob is one of the least favorite characters of mine on the show, I don't want him to have it, and I really feel like he might be unalive.
Yeah, I hate that. Oh, I don't want him to do that. Oh no, I hope they
It
won't.
seemed like everything is building up to that, or either building up to him being seriously injured. That's just what it feels like.
I believe he's gonna be injured, but I hate to believe that he's gonna be unalive. And Naomi, I've lost all hope with her, and now with him, it's just it would be too much. Even though I don't admire that Jacob allows Naomi to lead him around by the nose and he doesn't stand up to her. I don't. He's a good looking man, and I don't want anything to happen to him. I hope they won't unalive him. And then his dad, remember, his dad said that he wouldn't be able to stay there if anything happened to Jacob.
His dad, that storyline was the dumbest thing ever, man. Like the dumbest thing. You gonna bring his wife in there and worry her and while he's undercover and you're the police chief and you talking about you don't feel as though that he's ready and as the police chief you can pull him anytime you want
That's
and you
right.
still allowing him to be in the field knowing that you feel as though he's not ready and the
That's
fact that it's your son too, like that is the worst story like ever, man.
And
And
you just lost
ah,
one of your men. I think you said one of them had been unalive, but something had happened to one of those men. And now he was so nervous that particular day. And Darlene, evidently, that Jacob is so, I guess he's a middle child. I don't know. But anyway, he said he wouldn't be able to stay there if anything happened to Jacob. Darlene would have a fit. So I just hope Jacob will be okay.
and Miss Jen, you made a good point earlier, and I didn't think about it. Isaiah and how he said he was in the neighborhood going to get Chinese food, but yet he goes to the spot
You
without
know,
no Chinese food.
you know, I don't know. I see. I don't know about his now. I don't know about his.
I felt what you were saying when you said that, so I just wanted to give you. I was like,
Yeah,
yo, I
I
didn't
had
even
wrote it
think of
down. I
that.
was waiting to say it. I'm like, I don't know about you now. I don't know about you. I don't know about you right now. Is
Well,
You kind of got me questioning it.
who do you think is the blood plasma man?
I don't
It
know because
could be
why was
is.
Iz over there in that alley, and why would Iz give that real crazy look he gave over there at that table? And who eats coffee with Chinese food?
I thought he gave a crazy. Okay, I'm gonna tell you one thing about the look. I thought he gave that look after Naomi left because he was worried about his brother. Being undercover there, and he was trying to ease her fears. But I think in actuality, he kind of started to feel a little worried for him too.
I don't trust.
Um,
That's
but I
why he
don't trust him
tell
neither.
me
Now that you said that.
tell me your secrets. We don't want no secrets. I'm like, and watch, he gonna be the one got a secret. See, I told y'all I done grown up with a whole bunch of players in my family. I know how this game go.
Oh, matter of fact, it's not Isaiah. No, it's not Isaiah. It's not Isaiah. It's not. It's not him. I'm gonna tell you why I think it's not him. I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you why I think it's not him.
Mm-hmm.
The Impaler name rings bells in those streets. The fact that even June knew about the Impaler and brought him up, so he's like a fixture and he's known in the streets, right? Isaiah was gone. He was legitimately not in the town. He had a whole nother life with his girlfriend in a whole nother situation. So Isaiah wasn't even in their area long enough to be the Impaler. I don't think.
But he down there at
That's
Banneker. And you know what I feel like? I feel like he working at that school as a cover and getting them kids to be giving up that plasma.
But but he wasn't in town long enough to get everything rolling, to get a name out there like that. The fact that
He
Joey knows,
probably
matter
already
of fact,
did.
Joey knows the Impaler. No, Joey knows the Impaler.
Why did they give Joey a connection to Iz? I think Iz dirty.
But June, did you know? Do you guys notice that when Impilla's name came up, June kind of flinched and she didn't want. She thought, she knows something about that is not good. It's dangerous.
Yeah, Isaiah wasn't in town long enough to have that connection build up to be the Impaler. I don't think it just don't make sense. He
Hey
wasn't around long enough.
Erica. Hey Erica. Yeah, I don't know. This impaler thing. I mean, and listen, and once we find out who it is, this better be good.
It might be Doctor Nazi because he's a traveling doctor too. He
Mm,
wasn't in the area. See, the Impaler been from what I can gather, I could be wrong. The Impaler has been in the DC area, the DC Maryland area for a while, long enough to build up a name, long enough for Joey to know that he's not somebody to mess with. So I think a person who is the Impaler would have had to been in town for a while, for
mm,
years or whatever, to actually build up that kind of reputation.
mm-hmm.
Just my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I don't know though. This is a picture. Here's the picture of the actress that played that doctor today. You all recognize her face? See what I'm saying? I
I ain't see
recognized
today's.
her. I recognized her voice the minute she started talking. I was like, I know that lady for sure.
Yeah, I can't comment. I ain't watched today.
You didn't
Now,
watch? Oh, that's
what
right.
about? Oh, she looks different without the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those glasses were too much for her. I noticed that when she was sitting at the table, they were too large for her face. But she looks really different.
You recognize her voice too, Erica? Yeah. As soon as she opened her mouth, I was like, I know that actress. But she
You
was
just don't
she
know the
was
name?
she was Moesha's. Yeah, her name is Iona Morris Jackson. But she was on Moesha playing her brother's mother. It was first like his auntie, and then it turned out to be his mother, Aunt Sandy. She was playing Aunt Sandy that turned out to be his mama,
Oh, Ray J's mom.
Ray J's mom. Yeah, Dorian.
Okay.
Erica said Dorian's mom. Yeah, Dorian's mom. So yeah, that was. I knew that lady. But she does a lot of voiceover work and stuff too. They said, which I can see why, because her voice is like whoa. But yeah, her family genes with her dad being Greg Morrison and her brother being, what was her brother's name again? I forgot, but he was a known actor as well. He's a known actor as well. So that's three of them got to do it. So yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Let me take one more time out to thank our sponsors here, you guys. Give me a second. So, thank you to our sponsors. Wait, I didn't pull it up in time. I got to go up here and pull these things up. Hold on. Let me see if it'll let me pull it up again. So, thanks again for being sponsors tonight for tonight's live panel to Ishante, also to Terry Anthony, who gave a gift membership and also a $5 sticker, also to Bilo Didi and also to Peggy. We as the panel, we thank you. Oh, and to Elaine, also to Elaine. Thank you for being one of our sponsors for tonight. We appreciate you guys real big time for that. Because these folks be want to come up here and talk and argue.
Hmm?
Hold on, let me look down this list because see if it's something I really want to say. Because I had a whole list of stuff. Hold on. Because I know Linda that I'm ready to not see you say it. Linda, you hush. We up here talking. We talking. Hold on. All right. So we talked about Kat and her attitude with Chelsea. I think she just need to grow up and she's going through growing pains. Ted and Nicole's conversation about Kat. Ain't no need us arguing about that no more. Okay. Um, Donnell takes Samantha's to the debutante ball and the age difference. I'm gonna come back to that later because we got time to talk about that. But that little Chessie girl, ooh, child.
Oh, please.
Ooh, that little Chessie. Haley and what y'all thought about wait a minute. Did this happen this week with Tomas? Yeah, when Tomas sat down with Kat and he was like, you know what I think? I think that Mrs. Haley doing some stuff she ain't got no business. Now see, this is what we need you to lean into, Kat. Get you some business, Kat, that we can use. Okay,
Hmm.
go over there and figure out what Haley and them doing. Figure that out.
Yeah.
I agree. I totally agree. That would be
Erica
very
said cat.
interesting.
Erica said cat is scared, plain and simple.
She
She is.
is.
Yeah.
She wants to take the easy way out. She wants to take the path of least resistance.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Yes,
Somebody
indeed.
mentioned that Samantha is not given any credit. You remember for the clinic?
Oh yes, Smitty did.
Yeah.
Smitty was like, you know what? And you
But I mean,
stole my baby's idea.
one of the people on the panel, in the audience tonight on your show mentioned that because remember Samantha's the one who wrote the proposal, but it seemed like she went from the proposal to it being executed, and then she just got lost by the wayside.
Erica, who you said taking the easy route and she's doing all she knows? Who you talking about? Yeah, child. It look like next week gonna be cutting up. It's not easy being a family black sheep, so don't put that on her. Who we talking about? Who we talking about, y'all?
I have no idea.
Okay, wait, hold on. Haley business ain't her business. Okay. No, she taking the easy route. She doing all she knows. It's not easy being the family black sheep, so don't put that on her.
Who's the family black
Yeah,
sheep?
who's the family black sheep?
Cat.
The easier thing would be to lie about how she feels and what she thinks, telling the truth to people we love. Oh, she talking about Cat. Okay, wait. So let me just back up. Now we talking about Cat. Okay, now she's not taking it. No, she's taking the easy route. She doing all she knows. It's not easy being the family black sheep. Cat is the black sheep. The easy thing would be to lie about how she feels and what she thinks, telling the truth to people we love. Cat, Kit Kat. Y'all was talking about Cat, and she was taking the easy route. What easy route was she taking? Who said Cat was taking the easy route? I said she being a big brat and need to grow up.
I don't think they have no black sheeps in their family.
I don't either. Not no
Danny
Duprees.
was pushing to it. Danny was getting there. Danny was definitely the black sheep. Actually, no, she was the black sheep.
She was the cute
But I
black
don't.
sheep.
Yeah, but
They thought her auntie was cute.
I don't think Kat has done anything really to make her the black sheep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, despite whatever, I don't think she's done anything in particular to make her the black sheep. But
Mm-hmm.
Danny definitely was the black sheep of the family
You was
Uh-huh.
during them episodes.
she did the pow pow pow.
Yeah,
Mother was very,
Mm-hmm.
very, very angry.
getting drunk all the time and the
Erica,
whole
did you want
nine
to come up
yards.
before? Erica, did you want to come up before we get out of here? Yeah, I think, child. She says maybe not the Duprees, but with the family that Ted and Nicole, she's definitely is. Child, I think she's been the princess of that family.
Yeah, I think so too. But I
Definitely.
don't. I really don't want a cat. And even we have been pleasant tonight. It's been so nice. I can't deal. Cat. Yeah, she just cat is just cat, and she's gonna be cat.
See,
And
I just feel Kat is growing up. That's it. That's all. Like I told you all, Kat to me is Whitley Gilbert. Whitley Gilbert started out like Kat's character was real self-entitled, a lot of this and that, and blah blah blah. But once she grew up, she was still Whitley, but she was a different Whitley when she matured. And I think Kat is just fighting that. You know how some people just scared to grow up. I think she's just scared of is crossing over to that side of like we in it now. You know.
but have you
You think
noticed?
that's the case, or is that just her though? Because she,
Mhm.
like, she might be the same. Because like,
Look,
it's
I don't
just
think Kat's
her. It
been
seems like.
look
unseated
how she
because
did with
Erica
her
says she thinks
mother.
Kat's been
Look how
unseated.
she
I
did
don't think
with
Kat has been unseated. I think Kat has to share the seat as she should. She's got a sister now.
That's
I
right.
had a sister. We had to share the seat, baby.
And what about
Even
cat?
though I
What
was my daddy's
about
favorite, though, I don't care what my sister
you?
had
You
said.
oh okay okay. So you were okay, but
Look, even though I was my daddy's favorite, I don't care what my sister said. Me and my sister definitely had to share that seat. Kat is very insecure. That's why she lashes out. But Erica, I
look
can
at how she
definitely see
does.
why Kat feels threatened, though. I
She
can.
even went to her mother which she was correct. I agree. I don't like Cat at all, but I do agree with her. When you are a professional woman, you do have adult children, and you've lived a life that said it has certain amount of respect on it, and then you going out acting like you're 15 years old. But remember, she went and tried to check her mother. Nicole put her right in her place. She didn't
Hmm.
take it. But now other people, like if there had been Eva, oh, she would have dog walked her, calling her the alley scum and all kinds of stuff. Nicole let her know right away her sex life was her life, and Cat had nothing to do with Cat. She was not going to be controlled by Cat.
Erica says Ted treating Eva and Kat the same way. Y'all know he not. I think Ted is trying to catch up for time lost and his guilt is leading him. So
Yeah,
I'm not going to say that maybe he's not leaning more into trying to help Kat or dote on her some. I think he's trying to make up for lost time. And
I do too. I
I'm
do
not going to say that Kat is missing out on some of the stuff that she used to get because of that. But I am going to say that if I have gotten that for the past 30 years, I should be able to understand that somebody else is there. I got to share this seat. It's going to hurt. I ain't going to like it. But he's trying to catch up. But you may not be wrong that he may be leaning into that a little too heavily. But I think he's trying to catch up for lost time
I do too.
because of guilt.
I think he misses what he wants to. You can't live go back 25 years, but he lost all of those years. He lost the skating, he lost the ballet dancing, he lost all of that with Eva. And right now he just wanted to get a chance to know her and just do some daddy love and some daddy time with her. And I'm glad to see her have that daddy time with Ted.
And Erica, I also agree that I think Kat is kind of spinning out and that her parents are not getting the signs. I think that they're just brushing it off as Kat's just being Kat. Kat was always like that. But I think that they're missing that. And then it's not like she's being open about it either. But I think that they're missing that she's spinning out about Tomas. She's spinning out about her cousin getting married. She's spinning about life changing. She's spinning about what's happened over there with their house. She's spinning out about a lot of things, and I think that they are missing the mark on and tapping in with her. But I don't think that they treat her horribly. No,
No.
I just think that they're missing. They're missing the mark. Nicole is busy rediscovering myself and figuring myself out, and Ted is busy trying to catch up with his daughter. And I do think that Kat probably is gotten lost in the cracks. But I'm still trying to say, girl, you done had this attention for this many years. You should be all right
But
for a
again,
couple
you're
few
privileged, so why
weeks.
should I feel sorry for you? You're
I don't know.
privileged. You're gonna be all right anyways.
Hmm.
And another thing too, they even admitted that Eva and Leslie were her lightning rods. These are the
Hmm.
people, whenever she has anything wrong, she puts it on them. But now she can't take Chelsea over there and put Chelsea on Eva because Chelsea has nothing to do with Eva whatsoever. But any way she can find a way, she will go over and she will push that over on Eva. So I would like to, you know what? If they ever, since she wants to be so uppity, I would like to see Eva take her nails off one day and get that chick in the alley and show her what she's dealing with.
Hmm.
'Cause that's what she
Hmm.
needs. She needs somebody to grab her and show her what she's dealing with. Because
Miss Little Erica says people with privilege has problems as well. That's true, and I do think, like I said, I think Kat is spiraling out. And I think that even her mama, who's the therapist, is missing it because again, I think these Duprees lean too heavy into we got it, we all right, we don't need nothing, we good. Now sometimes you got to be the squeaky wheel and just be like, look, I need for somebody to come over here because my cheese falling off the cracker. It's done slid off the cracker. Me and my friend will say that. I call and she'll be like, "Girl, my cheese done slid off the cracker and then roll across the floor, child." I'll be like, "Girl, what's going on?" So. Well, I don't think they noticing this baby cheese done slid off the cracker. Mm-mm. Kat is insecure because this is Belinda Hill. Kat is secure because she grew up watching how much attention Martin got and his accomplishments, and now she has to share her dad with Eva. Now when you the girl though, I'm telling you, we gets in there. If Eva ain't gonna fight her mama, she don't need to fight Kat. Oh,
yeah, but Cat needs to keep
Leslie
her
is
hands to
Eva's
herself.
biggest op. Wait, Leslie is Eva's biggest op, but people acting like Kat is pure evil. Wait, Leslie is Eva's biggest op. What does op mean? What is that? Because I hear people use that two ways. So
Opposition.
Okay, Leslie is Eva's biggest opposition. Okay. But people acting like Cat is pure evil. I don't think Cat is evil. Who thinks Cat is evil? I don't think she's evil. I just think she's spoiled.
No, she's not. She's spoiled and privileged.
Yeah. I just think she's spoiled and I think she's having growing pains. I think that this character of Cat is going to turn. That's what I think. I think they're going to turn her, mature her, and she's going to emerge from this who she's really going to be. I think she's in growing pains. Yes, her mama is the real villain in Eva's story. Yes, her mother is the real villain in Eva's story. For sure. She the villain in everybody's story. She the villain in Ted's story. She the villain in Nicole's story, Anita's story, the neighborhood, everybody behind at the country club. She done got on everybody's nerve.
And you know the way she's carrying on, it is just so impolite. Even at McDonald's, people with good manners would not approach your table and sit until you invited them to sit, or they would ask you if they wanted to sit. That's twice she's gone to the country club and just bopped down in a chair. You know, that's just not acceptable.
She do act like welcome to McDonald's. She don't act like Chick-fil-A people. Chick-fil-A would never. You know, you go to Chick-fil-A, it ain't nothing but smiles and good times. Yes, ma'am. And what else do you need?
And
Never.
they gave her every kind of hint that they didn't want to be bothered. Even Vernon told her he would get the contact and give her name to the contact, and she still wouldn't leave.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't gonna give her name to the contact. He needed her to get on. I mean, girl, you don't roll up to my tell Oprah them to call me.
Oh,
I'm like, girl, if you don't get out of here. Let's see. I gotta watch the replay because I need to know how you feel about Leslie hearing insults and gossip about Nicole and Cat Eva standing there. I gotta watch. Hold on one second. Y'all know I be having to read stuff again, so I know what it said. I gotta watch the replay because I need to know how you feel about Leslie hurling insults and gossip about Nicole. Oh, I was fine with it because I felt like Kat had that coming. I
yes,
did. I
yes,
felt like Kat walked over there and started with them because she
Yes,
did. They was over there minding their business, and she walked over. You're a
Exactly.
murderous.
I don't feel sorry for Cat one bit.
So, baby,
That's
don't
You
start
don't
what you
mind your
can't
own
finish.
business, then you deserve what you get.
Don't start what you
that's
can't
right.
finish. Plus, I know
Exactly.
I said that I know Eva done went home and told her mama Cat said this,
You
that, the fifth, and the
initiate the
third.
fight, so
And then
when
she
you
was
get
like,
attacked and scarred, that's
oh,
too
wait a
bad.
minute. And while you at it, go ahead on. Now, here's what I do know. Eva didn't open her mouth. Eva ain't said a thing to Cat today. But Cat walked over there and attacked them, and then Leslie attacked her back.
That's right.
That's
That's
right.
what I saw.
That's right.
That's what I
That's
saw.
right.
And on
She was
top of
defending
that,
herself.
Cat
Self-defense,
has
love.
no problem calling Eva's mother all kinds of names, which we know Leslie, but she dog walks Eva all the time. So she needs a real woman to get up in her face and
I
put
mean,
her
I don't know.
in
I
her
think
place.
Cat had it coming. That's what I felt.
She did.
Erica said they
She
always
did.
start with her
She had
family,
coming.
and her family at the first Cat has done that. I don't care if it was the first time. And for the first time, Leslie gave it to her.
That's right.
So
She
defend
couldn't
herself,
But
son.
honestly,
I don't see anything wrong with it. She defends herself.
honestly, I'm tired, child. I need for somebody to just go and change something because they wearing me out.
I told you I wish they would just write Cat off the show.
We don't want Cat off the show. No, we don't want that. No, we do
I wish
not.
they would just write her off the show.
No, we don't want Cat off the show. No, we do not.
Don't put her in any scenes with Eva. Just separate. Even when she's not in a scene with them, she still brings up Eva's name and starts to fussing about
Hold
it.
on. See, Erica, I don't have a either or them and they. Like, I don't have that. All I said was what I saw on film. Even her mama was in the restaurant minding their business, and Kat walked over there and started with them. Am I wrong?
No.
Did anybody say anything to her? I'm only talking about what happened in this episode.
You're not wrong.
I'm sorry.
I'm saying that did I see that wrong?
No, you didn't.
Nobody said, "Hey, Kat." That's all I'm talking about is the episode that happened yesterday today.
And we have never heard Eva say one low down dirty thing
No,
about Nicole.
today Eva didn't say anything. So I'm not saying Eva ain't never said nothing. I said today she didn't say anything.
But
That's
I,
all
I
I'm
was
talking about is
I was
today.
responding to Erica Vane saying, "But Eva loves Nicole." Yeah, right. Eva has never disrespected Nicole behind her back nor to her face,
Ooh, now you about to get it started now, Miss
and
Lil.
she always tells Ted how she wished they could get back together.
But now
Eva
she
has
did do
never.
now she did do Nicole wrong now behind
Oh
the
yes, she did
scenes
it
now.
wrong. We're not talking about the beginning.
Yeah,
I'm
she
not talking
did
about
now.
the beginning. But after she got in and saw what they were like, she fell in love with Nicole and with Ted and with their lifestyle. Oh
Mhm,
yes,
I
she
got you,
was wrong.
Erica.
She
Mhm,
was wrong with the way she went in. Oh, that's definitely wrong. But what I'm
mhm.
trying to say, a cat has the right to dog out Leslie and dog walk her and dog walk Eva anytime she gets ready, but nobody shouldn't put her in her place. I am glad a real woman walked up to that little blankety and got in her face. Now
Okay,
you
I
got
do want now
I got,
wait
I
a
got,
minute.
I
Miss Lil ain't never blanketed. Now y'all got
got,
let me say this right here. Let me say this. This is the reason why I'm always saying I really try to look at what's happening in the script and what's happening with the story. Not so much here's what I'm just always trying to look at, what they wrote, how they wrote it. So even if you notice in the interview with Keith, right, I was asking him about Ted's character. What you think happened with why he got with Leslie? What you think happened? Why do you think Kat and such ever go? I wasn't really trying to get no tea. I was trying to talk about the character. Who is Ted really? You know, um, what are you trying to bring to this character of Ted? Because that's the stuff I want us to pick up on, and whatever the rest of it. I done told y'all that I will turn with this story as the story turns, and right now, Cat ain't being nice, and I have to talk about what's really happening on the paper.
that's right.
I, I want to know at what point did y'all fall in love with Eva? At what point?
Girl, I don't have
No,
no
no, no. I'm not saying like
affinity
I'm not. No, I'm
for
not saying it to
Eva
be.
because she Eva. I'm not like, some people get in my inbox, be like, I just love so and so. I'm like, I know listen, say this right here. You think about Haley, right? And how much Real Talk loved her some Haley.
Yes,
Even though Haley turned out to be a smurderous little sneaky thing and that ain't even her name, she still ride for her. So, but I ain't like that. I'm looking at
No,
who somebody is right now. What is it right now?
no. I'm not. I'm
okay.
not saying. I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying okay. So like for me, like I fell in love with Joey's character. I think it was after the whole after Doug died. It was what point was that? I think when he shut down the restaurant for Vanessa. I mean for Vanessa. You know what I mean? And at that point I'm like, yo, he's like a good dude. And at that point it's like, okay, I started really liking his character more. So I'm pretty much just asking that question, not to be smart, but like with
Okay.
Eva or whatnot, like what made you fall in love with her?
I will
Okay, so
respond.
let me
I
hold
will
on. Let me say
gladly
this again.
respond
Let
to
me say
that.
this again. I did not say that I judge Eva by one episode. I said I am only talking about what happened in the episode.
No, if you okay, then it don't apply to you. If you like Eva, Miss Jen, then at what point
I
did you start
don't
liking her?
really
If you don't
care
like her,
about
that's fine
Eva.
too.
I don't really
Okay,
care
then
about
Miss
Eva like
Lil,
Okay,
that.
she said she would answer it.
I would
I'm just
gladly,
curious.
respond to that. When I really started to really love Eva, when I saw, now first of all, I did not go along with the games they played to get her into that lady's office and all of that. That's no, that's off.
Mm,
But when she got inside and then she began to warm up and to see what a real functional family looks like, what it looks like to have a man who loves a woman and dotes on her, what it looks like for a woman to feel safe and to feel protected. And she started to fall in love with them. And then she tried to go back to her mother and back out of some of those things, but it was too far gone. Leslie said, no, we can't. And then I began to look at what it must be like to be raised by someone with the behavior that Leslie have and still try to survive. See, Leslie, Eva had a life that was not a privilege. It was a life of survival. She
mhm,
had to do what she had to do to survive, and she still came out beautiful, not only beautiful looking, but sweet. And she has a heart. Now she can be mean too, but she has a heart that
mhm,
goes after people. And that's when I began to really like her because I saw beyond what is projected on the screen to what it
Mm,
must be to survive, to live in a house like that.
I respect
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. That's all I was asking. It wasn't like I
Yeah, I
wasn't
don't.
doing it to
I
be
ain't got but
smart or
one
not.
dog. I ain't got but one dog in this race on this show, and y'all all know
What
who
made
it
you
is.
fall in love with Bill then, Miss Jen?
I don't know. I just like his big dog. Look, let me tell you something. It ain't got nothing to do with Bill's stuff what he do on the show. He just big and tall. I like that. Okay, so because of that, y'all can't say nothing about Bill.
I like
Okay,
Bill. I pretty much like Bill from the beginning.
Bill
I
is
just thought
Bill is
I
one of the
like I
dirtiest ones on the show.
I like Bill too, but I really don't like the idea. And even E Daddy was talking to me about that. That Bill is they're playing him to be such a dumb character for such a bright man. He was a street man, so a street man you would expect combined with books would be able to pick up on some of this stuff. He just falls for anything that Haley tells him.
yeah, here's the thing though. Here's the thing
Wait a
though. With
minute.
Bill, right?
Hold on,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Erica. Did you just? Hold on, Erica. See, you new to this right here. You don't say you. We don't talk about Bill over here.
Say something else about Bill. Say something else. Did I tell you not to say nothing else about Bill? I'm gonna knock the stuffing out of you. Knock the stuffing out. I done told you don't say nothing about Bill over here. Don't say nothing to me about Bill. Say something else. Say something else.
Y'all, Erica she done forgot.
Now, I think in Bill, case though, we see a lot that he don't see, and I think it kind of bleeds into it a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But at the end of the day, it's like he loves his wife, and it's like it's hard to really. I don't know. We know more than him, so it's rough, man.
Okay,
Your wife, or
I agree with that, Var, but stop and think about it. Of all
uh,
these years that Haley has been a pair paralegal, what, why? And I know he wasn't thinking; he was upset. He thought she was injured. I give him that. But why would you attack your partner and thinking that your partner would send your wife on an errand when you know what the procedure is? When the papers are done, you put them in Caroline's basket. Caroline calls the person to come and to pick them up. Now, all of a sudden, what makes you think that Tomas is going to send her on an errand? And then when Tomas tried to clearly say to him,
Bill whipped.
he shut him down.
Bill
He
whipped.
shut him
not.
down.
He is whipped for one, but for two, Tomas didn't really defend himself in that situation. Tomas let it fly. Him
He,
and Caroline both let it go. They
yeah,
didn't say, "Yo, we didn't send." He didn't adamantly say, "Bill, we did not send Haley with those papers." They let him believe that. So, in actuality, it's not. It's rough.
now I agree with you there. I agree with you there. But now let's go back and remember the next day when Haley came in, Tomas said to her, I never intended for you to go and to hand deliver those papers. I put them in
yeah,
Caroline's basket. And that's when Haley jumped up and reminded him who she was. She was the boss's wife and a blap blap and put him in his place. Do you
but keep
remember that?
Wait, can I
yeah,
say
but
this?
keep in
Let me
mind
say
though.
this. Let me say
Okay,
this.
go ahead.
Let me tell y'all something I would love to see happen. Real talk.
Oh, can I comment real quick on what she just said? Real quick, real quick.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Keep in mind, he said that to Haley, but he didn't say it to Bill. If he would have said it to Bill, the outcome would have been a little different. If him and Caroline both said to Bill, "We did not send her," Bill would have another. It wouldn't have went down that line, but they allowed Bill to think that, and that's why Bill reacted the way he did. But go ahead, Ms. J. I'm sorry.
Okay, because mine was off subject.
Well, that might
Now
be. That
I'm gonna
might be.
tell
I
you. I'm gonna
just
tell you
don't.
what I would love to see. This is what I would love to see. Now I clock in for this one here. I
Mhm.
would love to see one great big cat fight on this show, like the when Dominic Devereaux and what's her name got it. Okay, I would love to see Cat and Leslie go at it and just tear the room up, and I hope Cat tear Leslie up. Then that's what I hope.
Oh,
I think that it would. I
oh
think that it
what?
would heal. I do. I think it would heal Cat, and I think Leslie deserves it. Something. Leslie needs something. Leslie got to do a couple Hail Marys for what she done. So if it mean that Cat get to kick them shoes off and beat the brakes off her back and forth and back across the room, then we could all breathe and say, well, you know what? Then now it's settled. Now everybody
That
done
that
got what they needed. Cat done
that
got it
that
off her, done got it off her chest, and Leslie done got her just due.
That'd be cute, but I would put my money on Leslie because Leslie came up in them
I
streets.
Oh
need Cat
Leslie
to
yes.
ain't
win
come
that.
up with no
I
money,
need Cat to win that.
and Cat has been sheltered her whole life. I don't even think Cat ever
No,
got
I
in
need.
one fight
But
ever.
let me tell you something. But when you mad, that's when all your little spotty powers come together. And I need for Cat to just whoop the brakes off of her, back and forth and forth and back and forth across the room. I don't want to see Leslie with Anita. I don't want to see her with Danny. I don't even want to see her with Nicole. I want Cat to get him.
See,
I want
real,
I want somebody to be Cat.
No,
I know you do.
no.
I want
Cat
her to
don't,
be beating
Cat
them
don't
so
need no
she
whooping.
repents
Cat
Uh,
after
don't
the-
need
the-
no
the-
whooping.
I want to go to tie it in with the whole
Cat
Bill
is
thing.
hurt. She don't need no whooping. Cat is hurt.
Mm.
Leslie need a whooping because she got too much.
Well, let somebody else be Leslie. You know,
No,
we
I
let
need it to be
somebody else
Cat.
be Leslie.
I need to
But
be
I
Cat
want
because then
somebody to
we
get on
could go
Cat
and let this
behind.
thing go after that. See, because Cat the only one mad. So I need for them to be the one to have it out. Just gonna let her
Uh,
whoop her back and forth. I mean, listen, remember when Vivica Fox? I saw that the other day. Vivica Fox had a fight with somebody on one of these soaps years ago with this lady. I need something like that to go down. Just boopity
uh,
boppity boppity boopity boppity 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 boopity boppity. You do be tearing up the room.
I needed Haley and Danny to fight that time when Haley slapped. I mean, when Danny slapped her, but it ain't go no further than that. That would have been beautiful too. But
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe they're trying to get away from all that fighting and stuff.
Elaine said Danny and Haley.
Yeah,
No,
that'd be.
ain't no fighting over no man. We don't fight over no men's. But if
Is
you
it
put
fighting
your
over a man
hands
or
on
fighting
me,
over respect? Is it
let me
fighting
tell
over a
you
man or is
something.
it
If
fighting over
I'm
disrespect?
somewhere and a woman jump on me about you, I'm jumping on you.
But like understand though, it's like all right, I'm not really fighting over him or her, but I'm fighting over the disrespect that you showed me. The fact that I let you into my home and the fact that you're going to steal from me, that's disrespectful. Whether it's a man, whether it's my TV, whatever it could be, as a
You
woman, from a
stealing
woman
Haley?
perspective, you disrespect me. No, I'm talking about Danny and Haley. I don't think it would be me fighting
Oh
them fighting
no.
over Bill. It's just fighting over the respect.
I ain't fighting on no man. Baby,
Mm.
if you can get him, you can have him. He yours. Take him on.
But you wouldn't fight a woman for
Either that.
disrespecting you though?
I'm not
Like
fighting no.
disrespecting you.
I ain't fighting no woman by no man. I fight
It ain't
him.
about the man. It ain't about the man, it's about the respect.
You the one disrespected me, sir.
She did too. You don't think Haley disrespected Danny? Danny invited this woman into her
I'm gonna
home.
call my family over here to come get you.
She was invited into her home
Haley
and
sold
she
her
stole
soul
from
for
her.
that. No, you
She
said
stole
it's
from Danny.
disrespect when it's about a man, so it's fighting over a man. Wait, no, you
Okay.
say you say it's over disrespect when it's about a man, so it's fighting over a man. Who?
It's different. I don't know. It's different.
No, I need for Poe Cat to go and be able to work it out one time.
Gotta go get her butt whooped.
When she said it is about the man, how is it not? If who fault? Who you talking about if they fault? I said I need for Cat to go and get it in with what's her face? Leslie. That ain't about no man. That's about all that bent up, pent up anger she got about everything.
I think that's in reference to what I said.
Oh, something that you said. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's in reference to when I said it's
Elaine
not about the
said,
man.
move out of Fairmont Crest. She ain't going nowhere. She got that shouse.
Now we say Ted. Hold on, let's. I want to touch on this because I just came to my mind. We say Ted is weak for not really putting his foot down with Leslie, but at the end of the day, who puts their foot down with Leslie other than Cat?
Nobody.
Other than Cat and Derek.
Other than Eva.
Cat and Derek. Cat and Derek.
Who's
He was
Derek?
barely
Who's
Derek, the
Derek?
white guy. The white guy. That's his name, ain't it?
Oh,
Derek.
my God, you know, ain't no, we don't forget all of them. I'm like,
Nah, Derek.
who is a Derek? Okay, yeah.
Derek and Cat is the only two that put their foot down. Oh, and what's her name? She's the third one. The lady that's trying to get at Sammy, Randy Sammy. She
Randish.
put her foot down. Yeah, she put her foot down with Leslie. But
She did.
none of Nicole doesn't. Anita Short doesn't. Vernon does not. They don't put their foot down with her.
Mm.
especially Vernon and Anita, because if I approach your table
Oh, you
and
gotta
you
go.
say to me that you're having a quiet luncheon together, if you don't invite me to sit, I would ask you, but before I would sit down, it would be the best thing to ask you, do you mind if I sit for a moment? But you approach her table just like you at McDonald's. And even at McDonald's, no matter where you are, manners matter. And you should ask the person, do you mind if I sit? Sometimes you're in a crowded place like McDonald's, you might have to share a table, but you don't go to a country club and stand after the people will not invite you to sit and you just pull out a chair and sit down. That
Yeah, and
is
that did not make no sense. The fact that they allowed her to do that and came up with a lie to leave and everything else, like put Leslie in her place. Nobody does it.
that's right.
Nobody does it. So
Mm-mm.
you know you got to give Ted a little bit of a
Look,
pass too.
I ain't got no 10 toes down for no character. Like it's like I like Bill the actor, but I know Bill a low down. I'm just telling y'all. So I ain't about to do it. I ain't about to do
Yeah,
like my girl. I just love me some Haley. I don't care what Haley did. It. When Haley first did, it was like, well, maybe she was dancing to get through college. Or maybe it was this and that. I don't have that kind of allegiance to nobody in the story because I know the story could turn.
see, I
I
don't
know
think
it
you
could
do
turn.
neither, and I don't
I'm
think you do
ready.
neither.
I'm
And I
ready
and
for
I
a turn.
and the whole
I'm
Bill
gonna
thing,
turn right with it.
I think you just be feeding into the Bill situation and playing around with it. I really don't think that you're, headstrong over Bill. So
No,
I don't know why they writing that.
I just like to play
Yeah, you're playing around with
Bill.
it. It's clear that you're playing around with it.
Yeah, I just like to don't y'all send that about my bill over here.
It's funny.
Yes, Bill.
Mm-mm. And now
It's funny.
Ted, look, and now that we did the interview with Keith, y'all can't say nothing about Ted neither.
Well,
We've been calling Ted
you
weak, and
gonna
you
have
ain't
to
been
Well,
defending him.
y'all ain't about to
you
y'all ain't
gonna
about
have
We've
to
to
been
do
explain
calling
a lot
Ted
of
weak, and
people.
y'all ain't about to
A lot
do.
of people just Ted has becoming to some degree the new Eva.
Mm-mm.
But I don't feel that way about him. I never did feel that way about him. I just did pick out some of his weaknesses, but I have my own weaknesses too. But I just some people say they plain hate him. You remember Elaine said she's on here tonight, so I can say Elaine. She said she hated him. They just hated. So I don't know what
I
that.
told Keith what she said.
Shanice makes Ted look
He
good to me.
said he said y'all made him say
Shanice, I think makes Ted look good. It makes his character look good. It brings out a lot of good qualities in him that he has possessed with Nicole, that we did not get to see the new Ted play with her. And I think seeing how he's treating Shanice puts Ted in a whole nother light to me.
Well, they both. I like Shanice. I don't have an issue with her at all.
Yeah.
And I think Shanice is able to stand her ground. It wasn't me, Var, that said that there were other people saying
No, I wasn't
they
coming at you.
no, I know you weren't, but they were saying they didn't want her with him. I have no issue. Shanice is able to stand to cover herself. She knows enough about the streets to take care of herself, so that'll be no problem. No, I know you weren't talking about me, but I was talking about other people that I've seen, even on other shows. They don't want her with him.
Yeah, and I think that's wrong. Shanice, I think she's bringing out the best in Ted, and I think her being with Ted is giving us a chance to see Shanice in a softer light as well. And I kind of like I love them two on Shanice and Ted and Vanessa and Joey. They my two couples right there.
But now you think about with Shanice, if a woman like Shanice stands her ground, will not allow anything less than respect, and have standards high enough, a man like Ted, if he really ever falls in love with her, he will improve because he will be motivated to become what he thinks she needs. Now, I know people would say we're not supposed to raise men, and that's right, we're not supposed to raise men. But a woman with high standards and knows who she is, she can be a motivation for a man to climb to higher heights.
I don't think Ted needs to improve. I think Ted is a well developed guy. I
But
just think that he don't stand his ground.
okay,
But Ted
we're not we're
Ted
not
is a
we're not
good
talking
dude.
about anything else about him. But remember, you did say he'll say no to something, then he'll turn
Mhm.
around and wiggle out of it. So
That's what I just said. He don't stand his ground.
Yeah, that's right. So you
Yeah,
have to
but he
learn.
did stand up to Leslie when that was I love that scene when he came in the restaurant and slammed the panties down.
Oh my God.
He
Yeah,
stood up then.
he
He
did.
stood, he stood his ground then. So I don't know, man. I think Ted is already a good dude. I think Shanice is a good female woman. And I think them two together is a good couple. I love seeing them
And
on
I
the screen
think
together.
Nicole is going. Sometimes we're too quick to throw back what we have because we are angry, and you have too much of pride to go back and reclaim it. But if Ted and Shanice really started doing good, and Ted really falls in love with Shanice, Nicole might have a second thought because like now what she's doing, this is nothing for a middle-aged woman to be out and to be bragging about. Anytime you're acting like some girl that's on high hormones and carrying on the way she's carrying on, that is outrageous.
I think it is too. I think she's having a midlife crisis right now.
Yeah, what she didn't, what people are saying, well, maybe she's always been straight laced. Maybe she didn't really let loose when she was young. Well, if you didn't let loose when you were 19, don't try to get 50 and then try to go and let loose.
Or if you're going to let loose, at least do it in a particular manner. At the end of the day, she's dating two doctors that's working at the same hospital. That is super messy too, by the way. Like
It is.
nobody really comments on that. Like that is that's messy.
And Carlton, which he's not my favorite guy. I don't have anything. He's never done nothing to me or anything. I don't care a lot about him, but he really wants a committed relationship. She told him she's not there and she may never go there. And he's trying to hang on. You need to go on and find somebody else because you're a good looking man. There's a lot of women would be happy to have you and let Nicole play her games.
Some people might
Mm.
disagree with this, but I like Carlton's character per se, kind of. But I feel as though he's getting what he deserved. I feel as though I know we was having a conversation a couple weeks ago, but I feel as though he was not a good friend to Ted. And the simple fact that if
No.
I'm going through marital problems with my wife, my friend, if you are truly my friend, you would go to my wife and try to talk to her on my behalf. You get what I'm
And if
saying?
you didn't do
Not trying
that,
to
if you didn't do that, you certainly wouldn't kiss her at the country club.
Yeah, not trying to step in
Mm.
and hop in my place. You supposed to go to my wife and say, "Yo,
Oh my
Martha,"
God.
Mm-hmm.
and he might have messed up, but he really loves you. I see y'all together. He should have did all of that with Nicole, not come in there and try to stake his claim
But
or try to make his case.
remember Var Vernon
Wait,
said
Elaine, hold on.
that he's been
Wait,
having a.
hold on. And wait, Elaine, hold on. Elaine. This for
I'm
you
playing
and
feedback.
Erica. Erica, this for you and Erica. Elaine.
Oh my God.
Keep cat name out your mouth. Always saying my name.
Mm-hmm, they did it. I'm gonna take care of it. You gonna leave cat alone. I'm sick of y'all talking about this stuff all of you. Want some?
Me? I love me some cat. I love cat.
Oh, that was nice. That was nice.
That's for
That
y'all.
was nice.
That was for y'all.
That was
Make these
nice.
people leave y'all girl alone.
Even though we
Leave
passed
it
cat.
alone. I know, but I had to go find and upload it because I had to delete it before to put some other files in. They don't let you
but
upload but so much stuff. But anyway, I just had to put that up for them because they standing for their girl tonight. And I want y'all to know to leave their girl alone. That's all. Anyway, look,
but
y'all.
yeah, okay, we
We
out.
are 3 hours in. We gotta end this thing. But we'll
All
meet up
right.
next Friday in August some more. We will. We will. Y'all ain't got to worry about it. We gonna be in here to August some more. Don't worry. Um, y'all got one last part word I'm gonna let y'all have before we get out of here. Don't make it no long soliloquy now.
Good conversation tonight. Enjoyed it.
I
Okay.
enjoyed the panel tonight. It was very nice.
I thought it was too. Hold on. Now tomorrow, I think I'm gonna do a watch along for the what is the thing, the NAACP awards in case we win something. And then in case I need to talk about somebody. So I may come on and watch some of that live with y'all. I had to see how I'm feeling. But because I'm definitely gonna watch it tomorrow. So I might as well turn the computer on it and go back and forth with y'all about who got what and who didn't. Who they was robbed. They was robbed. Because the gates is up for a lot of things, and we need them to come home with their prizes. Okay.
Yeah.
I do. I do. But this was a good conversation, you guys. You guys had a good, strong conversation tonight. I enjoyed it. Let me I'll do that later. So all right, I'm gonna let y'all down one by one. Okay, Miss Lil, thank you so much for coming up.
Thank you for having me.
All right, have a good night.
Thank you. Good.
Okay, and E Daddy, thank you so much for coming up tonight.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Good night.
And Vi, we're gonna let you go last because you was right on what you had to say, and Keith firmed you up and everything and said, I was like, do he listen to this and then repeat it what this man said or what?
Nah, I just think that's just the sentiment, you know. I really do. And who was that? We was on the line with Elaine.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was just looking at it from, you know, her relationship and what she would want a man to do, and really not taking in consideration that other women just might not like it. And I think that's all it was. And I really think that, you know, Ted did what he could do. It's like no more you can do. And he showed her over the last 26 years who he was. So at that point, if you don't see who I was over the last 26 years, there's no more I can do or show you or tell you. That's pretty much
Nah,
it.
he was a liar too. Now he was a sneaker, cheating, a liar. On top of that, but he was mostly a good man, Savannah.
Yeah, he was. He was. He was. He was.
Mostly after he hid and lied and carried on.
Absolutely. But once again, good interview. I appreciated hearing his perspective.
Oh, I'm
And
glad you guys
yeah,
enjoyed the interview. I was nervous because I'm always wanting to do a good job for the gatekeepers. I don't want to embarrass us over her,
you
but
held your own.
we'll see what's happening for the next one. I'm just waiting to hear back about that when we get the next
Yeah,
one.
you held your own. And if you was nervous, I couldn't tell.
Well, I try not to show that.
There you go.
All right, say goodnight to Mrs. Varforce too.
Absolutely. You have a good one.
All right, have a good night. All right, you guys, that's it. So before we get out of here, though, I want to thank again those who were our sponsors for tonight. And let's see, falling out of the bushes to say, does the panel ever contribute to the open panel? I've only seen the same ones, that don't join making it happen. No disrespect, just asking. Well, dispelling the lies, I have no control over who gives and who doesn't give. We just try to make it work over here, but it's not a requirement for them to give in order to come up on the panel. But also welcome for making a comment. You are now officially a gatekeeper with us over here.
Hey,
Gatekeepers! A decree from the Queen!
Enough. Be seated.
Outro. Okay. All right, you guys. Well, thank you guys. Belinda, and also again, Dispelling the Lies. Thank you so much for commenting. You are now officially a gatekeeper. We welcome you in. Don't make this the last time that you come through. Okay. All right, you guys. So one more time, let's give it up to those who were our sponsors for tonight. First of all, Miss Elaine, who gave hers yesterday because she didn't know if she would make it in here, but she did make it in toward the end. Erica Fain, thank you for joining us too. Peggy 3523, thank you for being one of our sponsors tonight. Bilo Didi, thank you very much for being one of our sponsors tonight. Also, Terry Anthony for being a double sponsor tonight, gave us a super sticker and also gifted one membership. And that went to Jasmine Williams, one of our girls. She ain't here tonight, which I'm surprised she wasn't, but she usually is here. And also Ishante for giving us a super sticker as well. I appreciate you guys big time for stepping in, being the sponsors, opening up the panel so that we're able to sit here and do this for a longer night. This is hard to do. Miss Erica Vane can tell you because being up here hard every day is live every day is a chore. And I know that behind the scenes record. I tried to do a behind the scenes recorded thing. I was like, child, I'm about to mess up something. Let me stop. So I was like, let me stop before I be done mess around, upload the wrong thing. No, ma'am. She better not try it. Where are my comments at? Oh, here they are. Let me get the rest of these out of here. Okay, so Jazzy Poetry says good night. Erica Vane says good night. Dispelling, welcome to our gatekeeper family. Dispelling, are you new here? We welcome you over here respectfully. All right, you guys. Well, that's it. Gatekeepers, what a night we've had. Let's close this thing out the right way. We thank everyone who showed up live, who stayed in the chat, who dropped your thoughts, your passion, your humor, your insight. This community is what makes the So What You Think channel Really special to me. The conversation never disappoints, and neither do you. Shout out to our amazing moderators holding it down and keeping the gates secure. We appreciate you more than you know. And to everyone catching this on the replay, yes, replay gang, I'm talking to you. Go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comments, and because I come back and read those as well. If you enjoyed tonight's conversation, make sure you hit the video. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Hype the video too, and share. Well, I would rather you go over and hype the interview we did with Ted, with Keith D. Washington. Go over there and hype that video, because that's the one I really need to get pushed out in the algorithms. And if you haven't, share it with somebody. If you're on those pages, ask somebody else to watch it, please. This is the place I want you guys to feel like you can come and talk about Beyond the Gates, because you know we got to gossip about these doggone Duprees like they real, and we know they not. People can calm down. So, all right, gatekeepers, I do hope that you're having a great day, and if not, remember there is still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? And I'll talk to y'all later. I might see y'all tomorrow, like I said, to watch them award shows to see if we got something or not, for which we better. Okay? All right, y'all. Bye.
Okay, that's it for today. They're closing the gate, so I've got to close this door until tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.